Yo, what's good, chat? Hello, Smada. I got cheesecake. I got chocolate overload cake from Jack in the Box. I got some salty peanuts. I got water. I got Mountain Dew. How's the cheesecake? Bro, this cheesecake slaps! Ugh, it's just basic bitch cheesecake, but it is so good. From Jack in the Box? Exactly. I don't have water? Go get water. You'll need that. Especially if people start redeeming like hydrates and shit. And I know they will. They'll be redeeming all the bullshit. Yeah, run, B. Run. So, guess what time it is? Time for me to close my fridge door because I forgot to close it. Oops. Um, but what else it is time for? It is time for a D&D. Oh my god, we are here to... Devi! How dare! Ah! I just sat back down. Oh, thirsty. It's D&D time! We are starting up our Saturday campaign. We got a bunch of bitches up in here, and by a bunch, I mean 5. If it looks like someone is missing, that is because they're waiting for their reactive until their character comes in. Ah! Hello, everyone. It is a pleasure to see you all. It has been a whole grand butt smacking like 2 or 3 days. I am excited to play some more D&D. Since it is the first session, I will be starting off by having everyone introduce their characters one at a time. Excuse me, I burped. Bless you. I got another one. It ain't come through though. Rip. Uh, and as they introduce their characters, you'll get to know them more. Uh, but for, just for those who can't read names, we have Kara, played by Smada. We have Centuria, played by Cece. Valus, played by Bilo. Ostia, played by Nevi. And Nugri, played by Ghost. What? 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 I don't know. I'm in this game? You were in this game! I know! Let's go! Alright, let's go ahead and undeafen. We're gonna give him that heads up. And then, well, let's get character introductions out of the way. Hit him with that 3, a 2, a 1, and now.
Hey, look, he's about to say, penis!
Hey, look, he's about to penis. Hello. Hello, D&D players.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, cool. It is capturing sound. I would have cried if it did not capture sound.
Mel, you forgot to unmute us again. How dare you?
I am looking at the audio thing right now. You do not get to do that to me. It was happening when they played that on me the other day too, but I was like, man, maybe they just have their mellow turned down.
Mellow tone down. Those are universal
Mellow
volume
turned
switch
down
for
for
Mellow.
what?
We find it here.
Yeah. No, we have our own individual mellows.
Yeah. What's that, Ghost? You haven't gotten your own pocket mellow? You might want to get on that.
Why would I want a pocket Mellow? That sounds disgusting.
Because you could throw it at someone and infect them with it.
Infect them with the mellow.
Yeah, turn them into a pineapple. But, hello everyone, we are here to play D&D. Technically Mags is in the call too, but Mags is not here. You don't see her reactive, so she does not exist.
Max is here with you in spirit.
In
always.
spirit, from one spirit to another, but who's Mags? Exactly. We are going to go ahead, go around the table, introduce our characters. We will be going in order that we... Smada? What was that? What was that reactive?
Huh?
I saw that reactive for the briefest of moments. He was there, then he was gone.
I think you're gonna need to roll back the tapes.
Ah, yeah, here, let me end stream real quick and just rewatch that.
Just a model with the hentai image randomly.
Oh
Wait,
my
wrong
god,
image.
no. Alright, we can't stream this game anymore. I got banned. No. So we will go ahead, go down, introduce your characters, just give us the general information, the name, the race, the class, whatever. And then we'll get started. We'll start with, and I said we were going in order, but I lied. Nugri, go.
The fuck you mean?
Fuck you, me. Fuck you.
That's not in order, you lying ass bitch.
What did I just
Hi,
say?
chat.
Introduce your character. Forward.
Hi, chat. Y'all know me well enough by now. I ain't gotta introduce myself. I am playing. Hello, everyone. I'm Ghost. Nice to meet you all again. I am playing Nugri, a lizard folk. What the hell? Lizard folk barbarian. And if you want to know his personality, picture Lou from Ferngully mixed with Goku, but a little bit more battle hungry.
Saiyan lore accurate Goku.
A more lore accurate Saiyan Goku, yes.
Yeah. All right.
So he's a himbo. Got it.
Papa Nugri, will you carry us on your back? Oh, damn it.
To quote a phrase I've said quite a lot, he is likely to help you as he is to eat you. So please, phrase your wording very carefully.
Thank you for that introduction. Going out of order again. Astia, your turn.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite Goop Overlord. I'm here playing Astia. She is a little centaur, 4 foot tall centaur cleric, and she's adorable.
Yay! All right.
You can move on now.
Okay. Still out of order, Valus.
Hi, everybody. I am Valus. You know me as Bilo. You also know me as Clover from the Tuesday game. I am also Jonathan on the Vampire the Masquerade game, and starting in a new Crown of Candy campaign. I am Kasugai Lychee. Today I'm playing Valus. She is a warlock. She is a humanoid class. I'm not giving anything away. Or humanoid race. That's all you get.
No
And
more
that's-
soon.
You will know more soon.
Thank you, Valus. Still going completely out of order and totally not in reverse. Centaria, your turn.
Hi, I'm Cece. I am playing Centaria. She is a fairy druid. She's about 3.5 feet tall, and just trying to figure out who she is.
Hell yeah. We love a self-discovery mission. And completely out of order, I'll go ahead and go. My name is Mello. I am your DM. I am going to be running this game. And we will go ahead and get... Oh, I guess we'll do Kara as well. Kara, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Smada. I'm playing Kara. Kara. I'm using a temporary reactive here. Sorry about that. But Kara is, I guess you would describe them as a goblin, and they're about 3 foot tall. Biggest green eyes you'd ever met. Yep, definitely. Don't be fooled by the reactive. Those are green eyes. You might need to get your eyes checked if those don't look green to you. And yeah, Kara's just here to have a good time and murder everybody in the world. Sorry, that wasn't meant. Strike that last part. No.
I love the reactive CC.
Thank you.
I'm
an artiste.
You're an artist for sure. Returning chatter CC Bob. Smada is indeed the main character. Alright, some more general information. There is a new redeem, an inspiration redeem. It is worth 3,000 channel points. when you use it, you have to specify which character you are giving this inspiration die to. It is a d6, and you may only use it 5 times per stream, but there is a 15-minute cooldown in between each use. But you are able
This is
to
a
keep
reroll
getting that.
inspiration?
More like you get a die of inspiration to use at some point, kind of like Bardic Inspiration.
I never realized that those use the same word.
What?
Bardic inspiration and the other inspiration.
Yeah, that's Dems be the inspiration breaks. But yeah, no, inspiration
Like a lack of
be
inspiration.
really hever. Hardly ever.
Do you have a stroke again?
Maybe. This will be a very interesting session if I keep having the stroke. Hardly ever gets used unless like a DM gives you inspiration or it's Bardic inspiration, just to keep track of those inspo dices. But on top of that, this will be taking place in the same world as the Tuesday campaign. Right now, this session will be taking place around the same time that the other party like got into Kibion proper, so they are about 4 days, 5 days behind where the party is currently. Ignore the battle map. That is what we used for a prelude for Kara and Nugri. It'll not be going into play in this session. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Totally not. And we are going to go ahead and start by having everyone but Valis leave the call.
Yay!
You may stay in chat and
Fuck
listen
you,
in if you want for stream,
chat!
but in the VC itself, it'll be just Valis. Get out of here, Nugri!
I'm trying to!
I will hit you. There we go. Hi, Valis.
Hello.
It has been, what, almost a year since you've been around?
Oh, it's been a while.
It's been
My very short-lived Valis. Very short-lived Valis. You know, it's taken a while. You know, I've gone back and, you know, rethought what I wanted her to be and, you know, how I wanted her to act. So, yeah, she's a brand new, whole new Valis.
Whole new Valis, same name, new character, who dis? So we unfortunately did not get to do a prelude for you, mostly because those preludes were made for those who were being paired up with characters to get to interact and have some sort of background knowledge with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that we don't have a case of, oh yeah, they know each other, but like they don't really know each other. We're just like making rolls to see if we would know that about each other. But Valis, I figured, you know, it wouldn't be a full prelude, but we can at least help describe Kara give inspiration to the murder hobo. Alright, well Kara will get an inspo dice. He will go ahead and note that down. I'm sure he's watching stream right now, or I will tell him when he comes back in. So, I figured we would go ahead and describe your character, why they're here, and then slowly have the other characters kind of show up and meet with your character. So, how long would you say Valis has been out and about, looking, searching?
Probably about 6 months now. Not too long since she's been released from, you know, the safety and confines of her temple. So she's still kind of new about the world, still kind of awed and wondered and amazed by it.
Of course. Of course. And your wandering has taken you a bit of a distance. You have ended up in the country of Dalzadel. Specifically, you have found yourself in a relatively smaller forest. You've never really been here in your life, but through your little wanderings, you have come across this forest. It is a very peaceful forest. Nothing fancy about it. No big, tree. Nothing No fantastical creatures, no magic laced within the leaves, just a very mundane, calm, peaceful forest, made mostly of spruce trees. Dalzadel is located on the northern part of this world. It is one of the countries that people will take boat rides to in order to go to the direct north ice cap. In fact, the forest you are in is near one of these large tails of the continent that lead up towards the north, one of the furthest points to actually be able to begin sailing. But you have wandered into this small forest. Specifically, you've wandered by this very small creek, a very peaceful place, small berry bushes dotted around. The the river itself seems to have, a few small minnows swimming about. You could hear the occasional slap of a beaver tail on the water as they swim around and search for sticks and wood. You can hear the soft sounds of birds chirping and chipmunks chattering and communicating with one another. It is a very peaceful, very quiet place. What
All
is
right.
Valus doing?
Well, she knows not to veer too far off any kind of like wandering path. So she sticks pretty close to the road. She's just kind of ambulating. Like she's not in a hurry. She's not walking slow. She's kind of at a decent pace. Just kind of singing to herself. Maybe picks a flower here and there. Amuses herself with like the nature that's around her. She has a little journal with her. And on it is pages and pages of like little sketches of like birds that she's seen, flowers she's cataloging. Because the whole world is new to her, so she wants to make sure she has a good memory of it.
Of course. I am just quickly looking at something. Okay. Um, would you mind if I just said that Valus has a certain item that we haven't discussed about beforehand?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
Go ahead and add to your character sheet. Let me go ahead and capture, save, put this into the. I don't have a Valus folder on here. Let's change that. Valus. Add to your inventory a. I'll actually just put it in your wiki for you, so that I don't have
Okay.
to type it out or say it all out loud, and you just have to
Go into
repeat it.
my wiki.
Valus, here we go. You have this. Apparently a whole ass Quilladin as well.
And I have a whole ass bulletin.
A whole ass Quilladin. Can I just He does not exist. I shot the Pokemon, I put it down.
All right, adding to my.
Would you like to open it for today? I would say you haven't opened it for today, but this was a gift given to you by the one of the closest people you would call family.
I would say she's gonna probably hold on to it until she makes camp, so that way she can actually, take the time to really appreciate it. She doesn't get a lot of gifts, so gifts are very special to her.
Hmm, that is completely fair. As you are wandering around, it is more evening time at the moment. Not full darkness or anything like that. I'd say a good scale would probably be 6 to 7 p.m. So it's not that bright out, but it's not like fully dark. I'd say at most maybe dim light at the moment.
Right.
Uh, I need to see here. Cool. Hell yeah. Um, as you are wandering, you don't seem to encounter a whole lot of people. Through your travels, you have passed by maybe another village on your way into this forest, but they had seemed to give you a lot of odd looks. No one had really directly interacted with your character, but most people seem to be keeping their distance. Something was off about you, something that really made him uneasy. So they decided to just stay back, observe. And they observed you wandering into the woods with your very minimal amount of gear on your person.
Yeah, she's the way she's currently dressed. I will give a picture for those in chat, in the D&D Gens chat for those who want to see a picture of what she's wearing.
Join the Discord if you're
But
visiting.
for those who cannot see the picture, she is currently wearing sort of a long, very kind of tattered, not like with holes in it, but tattered hem, tattered sleeves, a long kind of brown tunic dress. She's got uh, leggings on that cover her legs. Those also have kind of like tattered holes in them, like she's worn them for a very long time. Her shoulders have a shawl, just a white shawl on it that has a fur collar. And her hands and her feet are wrapped in bandages. She does not wear shoes. Um, and on her face, she wears a mask of a rabbit. It doesn't cover her whole face. It is from her kind of upper lip area upwards is a rabbit head, but very kind of blank in expression, very kind of off-putting in appearance. And what that does is it kind of keeps her anonymous to a certain point. But if you look closely enough through the mask, you can see two glowing orange eyes peeking through the mask. But otherwise, she has kind of ratty, blackish hair, very pale skin, to the point where you can see her veins really clearly. And she's very thin and frail looking. She looks more like a child than she does a woman. She is 25 years old, but she does look very stunted and small.
Thank you very much for that description. Um, what time do you think Valus would, try to settle down and set up camp?
I would say she'd probably walk for another maybe hour. See how far she can get. But she's small. She's not in the best athletic shape, so she gets tired really soon. And she decides that probably around like 7:30, she's gonna like step off the road a little ways, kind of in the cover of the underbrush, and she's gonna make camp.
You go ahead and make camp. Is there any specific like thing she's doing, to make camp, like a little tent pitched, a fireplace going, anything like that? Or is it a very bare bones, like sleeping bag, I'll pick some berries off the bushes nearby?
It's very bare bones. She has uh sort of a canvas cloth that with with a bit of string that she ties between two trees, and she hangs that, and that's her tent. But she's sleeping on the ground. She has a very small campfire, not enough to cook anything really, but sort of to keep her hands warm, for the most part. And a tattered blanket that she uses to sleep under. She's just sitting at her camp right now, sort of drawing in her book and eating berries that she found on the side of the road.
All right. And you said she's laying down right now, or is she just kind of crouched down with her tent?
She's kind of crouched at her tent. Well, at her campfire, really.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and add the people who are coming in right now. As you are crouched down, enjoying the little foods that you have, you begin to hear the sounds of footsteps. Mostly really hefty footsteps walking nearby on the pathway that you are just off the beaten path of. And within just a few moments, you see two individuals. Ghost, go ahead and explain your character. Give a description.
Well, mostly hidden in, I would say, probably the darker shaded areas as he's kind of trekking through the trush. Is this deep, dark, scaled Mr. Folk standing at roughly around 8 feet tall, draped in various stitched together furs, so like a vest and almost like a kilt wraparound waistline. He on his always in his hand at any given point is this elongated brass spear that he is kind of looks like he's taken the jawline of a crocodile and tethered it to it and dipped in some metal and just let that cool sticking together. He seems like he's usually just scouring the forest as he walks. His eyes, when they come into view, are this dark, like this dark black tint, except for the iris itself. It has this like crimson red type of pupil to them in a vertical slit that just kind of gaze through the forest itself, occasionally tasting the air as he stretches through.
Walking alongside, or would you say he's riding, like on his shoulder?
I'd say she's probably on the cart or on his shoulder.
Okay. We'll say on the shoulder for the purposes of what Valus can see. On the shoulder, there's another person. Spada, go ahead and explain your character.
So, on this behemoth of a lizardman, perched, kind of like a feline almost, is a small, thick, little goblinoid creature with the largest, most brilliant green eyes this side of the world, and say just their hair tied up and hidden underneath a hat is one of the lightest colors of blonde you've ever seen, and a tiny Dreamweaver is fashioned in next to a bell that just kind of hangs at their waist.
Excuse me, sorry.
Thank you for your descriptions, you two. So, Valus, as you're, settling down or resting, you do see these two begin walking by. At first, you see them walking towards you. Can I get you two to make a perception check? And Valus, if you want to attempt to stay hidden from them, you can go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
I rolled a 14 stealth.
14 stealth. That is a 21 from Nugri's perception roll. Kara, do you want to make one, or do you think Kara's not looking?
Kara died.
Gar's muted.
Kara died.
I wouldn't say that Kara's particularly paying enough attention to notice something that's trying to be hidden.
Okay. Nugri
More enamored with the birds.
No, that's fair. That is fair. Nugri, as your companion, is, not really paying too much attention to the surroundings. You, being the kind of hunter you are, you begin looking around, kind of taking in everything, and you do indeed spot something or someone, maybe, hiding nearby in the underbrush. For a little backstory, you two have been traveling together for about, what, 3 weeks now at this point?
2 weeks to the town, whatever it took us to get here.
Yep, so about 3 weeks. And you were gifted a mission. A mission that wouldn't pay, heaps and heaps of gold. It's only 20 gold, but 20 gold is 20 gold. To simply come and check out an individual. The townsfolk had said that there was this very off-putting presence about a recent travel by that walked through town and left into the forest nearby. And they were, well, scared. They didn't know what this person's intentions was. No one actually got to talk to the person. They all kept their distance, but they just had this really off-putting gut wrench feeling upon seeing them, and they hired you two to come check it out. Make sure that they're not actually a threat. Maybe they were just a passerby going somewhere. But on the off chance that they are indeed a threat, they'll pay you more to take care of it. And also for clarification's sake, because I know you don't want to ruin your throat, Nugri's supposed to have a voice very similar to Venom from the Venom movies. But just so Ghost doesn't
It's very deep and graveled, but not exactly the same tone as Venom. Just a little lighter.
Give us a one
down there.
voice line.
Huh?
Give us one voice line.
He has one voice line.
I can't. That's the thing. It's like the only tone I can give is that one I did for.
The suspension of disbelief. He's got a very powerful voice to go with his very powerful frame.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something very commanding for his stature. So.
Yeah.
Bilo, how do you think he would notice with a 21 to his perception compared to your 14 stealth? What do you think he would notice?
Well, she's not like super hiding. She's mostly just kind of like she heard someone approaching and kind of like pulled down her canvas from the line and kind of like snuffed out the fire a little. Well, she probably wouldn't snuff out the fire. It took her a while to make it. And she's kind of like crouched down a little bit. She's not like I am here trying to hide. It's like I'm just trying not to be noticed. Like maybe if they see me, they see I'm not a threat, they'll just keep walking by.
Nuggery is staring dead at you.
Is he saying anything, or is he just looking?
Yeah,
Imagine like if he
staring at
sees
the
where they are. Imagine if they're staring at them. You're gonna start hearing that brush coming your direction. It goes, "Come out."
Why exactly?
If you're hiding, there's a reason.
Well, I mean, I'm so little and you're so big and scary. Like, if you were little like me, wouldn't you hide too? For context, she's probably about 4'11".
Hmm.
So what? Just not exactly half Nugri's size, but like a foot over almost.
Like she's definitely like to his waist stomach area.
I would say,
Yeah.
Smada, at this point, you're able to, hear these voices, and Nugri's obviously talking to someone.
Did we get here?
Are we at our destination, or is this some pass by we found while trekking the forest?
I feel
You-
like they would have given you some sort of information about the person they were looking for.
Yeah, it's very brief, but the small bit of information and description that they did give, this person seems to be kind of matching it up. You're in the forest that they said she went into as well.
Hey, Miss, do you know anything about a person that kind of walked through a town a couple days ago?
I walked through a town a couple days ago.
Oh my god! You might know them!
Well, I mean, I haven't seen anybody in the forest. Like maybe they're further along ahead.
Aw.
Um, are you guys hungry at all?
Thinking of like how long those human rations would have lasted us.
I think with the amount of rations you took, you would have probably barely finished them this morning. It was enough to last you the about 3 week travel you guys have been on.
Hmm.
I could use some new food. We've been eating the same stuff for a while.
So she stands up and you know it's very clear how little she is. Like Nugri could probably kill her with a sneeze. She's basically skin and bones when you see her. And she kind of motions to the little camp she set up, and she goes, it's not much, but I caught a rabbit. Oh well, I got a couple rabbits and a fish earlier. Um, it's not much, but if you're hungry, I could feed you guys. Like you go look for that person.
Kara kind of comes.
They match the description, yeah?
Yes.
Or like they're the closest we're probably going to get to it.
Yes. Yes. From what little you know, this person seems to be just about the same. What did you say, Smada?
I was just saying how, as we approach, Kara kind of clambers down Nugri in the same way like a squirrel climbs around a tree, and just kind of gets in her face as she mentions rabbits.
You are now face to face with this little goblinoid. Well, not face to face. Because he's like what,
Use the stomach.
a foot smaller, right?
Yeah, a little bit more than a foot.
Okay. So this little goblinoid creature approaches you, Valus, and like looks up at you as you were talking about the rabbits you caught.
As you get closer, there seems to almost be sort of like a shimmer, almost like magic, really. And as you get closer, her pale skin seems to have these almost glowing markings on them. That what you could see peeking out from beneath the bandages and leggings, and underneath the mask, kind of from chin up, there are just glowing markings of like carved words, but they're not in any language that seems like a normal human language would be. And they seem to be kind of slightly pulsing with light. And when you look up at her and she looks down at you, her eyes seem to be shifting between almost like a pool of lava or a fire. Very red and orange. There's no pupil in the center. They are just pure glowing orange, red, yellow light. Yeah, here. And she pulls out the rabbit she had caught earlier. I haven't skinned them or prepared anything yet. I was just about to start doing that. Do you want to help, or should I do it?
Oh, I can help. I'm helpful.
And she looks up at Nugri and she goes, I know it's not a lot to feed somebody as tall as you, but maybe it'll help maybe ease any hunger you're feeling.
I am Matt. How many rabbits are you actually pulling out? Is my question.
She has like 3 maybe sort of small medium-ish rabbits. Like it's a lot of food for someone for her, but it's like probably nothing for you.
Imagine, like if they're, I imagine they're hanging off of a rope. She's got them dangling by the legs. He reaches over, hooks a claw, and grasps the legs of one of them, and cuts the rope on one of them.
One rabbit.
And he then proceeds to like put the pummel, like force it into the dirt so that it's standing up, and just sits down on the spot and just starts eating it raw.
Like skin and all.
Skin and all. This
I was gonna use the pelts and make shoes. It's okay though. There's always more rabbits.
Let me go ahead and add the other 2. They will be coming in here as well. I almost added them in this chat. YouTube.
fun fact about lizard folks, they don't have to cook things to eat it.
Welcome back in, you two.
I'm about to traumatize both of y'all at session 1.
It's kind of why I brought them in right here now. As Kara, you say that you're happy to help, and Nugri, you begin to sit down and just start devouring this rabbit whole. There is another set of footsteps, not coming from the same direction that you two came from, but rather the opposite direction. Do any of you attempt to hide yourself, or are you just kind of staying where you are?
I am going to go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, Valus probably freezes in spot, and kind of like tilts her head down and like stares at the ground, kind of like if I don't move, they won't see me.
Survival instincts.
Survival instincts. Very prey like.
Nugri, still having the rabbit hanging from his jaw, is going to stand up, and as his foot hits the ground and his hand clutches the glaive, he's going to start taking steps towards those noise and use thaumaturgy to make little tremors.
As this happens, Nevi, go ahead and describe what they would see coming down the opposite path for those looking, and obviously what Nugri sees since he's facing you two.
What Nugri sees is, the 4'5" tall centaur, white hair, white skin, white fur, strawberry reddish pink eyes. And she is in like a blue cloak, like cloak shawl type thing with fur trim. She's got matching, like a skirt thing around her waist and one around her horse butt. And it's got gold rune work embroidered into it.
And Cece, would you say your character is like riding on Astia's back? Is she flying right by her?
I think she's probably just walking beside her. I don't think they're that close yet where she would like hitch a ride. And maybe if there's like thorns or some rocks, she would just kind of like fly a little bit over them.
All right. And what does Nugri see from your character?
So he would see a 3.5 roughly foot tall fairy with that is almost hard to make out until you sort of let your eyes adjust because her wings and her outfit are green and kind of leaf-like in pattern. And she has sort of like a green headdress on, but she has kind of soft pink hair, and like a leather tool belt almost, kind of like around like one shoulder that's like her bag, and she's carrying um like a makeshift basket with like a few berries that she and Ostia have come across as they've been walking through the forest.
You two were sent over here for a mission by Miss Jane to just come investigate someone, just look into some rumors that they have heard. They're not getting paid for this or anything, just a simple check-in, make sure nothing is wrong. Um, and it just so happened to be in the very same forest that you two met, that a place very special to Ostia, and the landing point for Centaria when they first came here. And it's almost just right down the pathway from where you two had first met. So it's very, very close to home, you could say.
I
How?
think Centaur.
Oh,
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think Centaria, upon seeing Nugri, is going to like tug on Ostia's cloak and be like, I thought Miss Jane said that this wasn't going to be dangerous.
I mean, we don't know if they're dangerous yet.
Is Nugri
Um,
trying to intimidate them?
He just slurps up the rabbit like a piece of noodle and goes, "Friend or foe?"
Do we
What
have
did she
company?
say?
Ostia looks like she's getting ready to cry.
Wait, what did she say?
Friend or foe?
Oh,
Nugri, do we have company?
You guys hear like a much smaller sounding voice come from like the underbrush a bit away from where Nugri is standing. Do either of you like look over in that direction?
um, I think I am like petting Ostia to like calm her down, and I will like peek in that direction, but I am still gonna keep some like focus like out of the corner of my eye on Nugri because I'm just like scared.
I think you would be able to see Valus like looking down. She seems to be frozen in fear, just looking down, averting her gaze from you two. And then Smada's character. What is Smada's character? What is your character doing right now, Smada?
Probably they're brandishing one of their daggers as they were about to start skinning this rabbit. But it's being held in a like a loose grip against this rabbit and looking straight up at them, just with probably not a thought in her head about anything violent, but maybe not even any thoughts at all.
Crunch.
So does either of you answer Nugri's question of friend or foe?
I whisper to Ostia and say, I think that girl's in trouble, like pointing to Valus.
Look like
Seeing
she's in
the
trouble.
seeing the dagger and the giant lizard. She's like, oh, this girl's in trouble.
Yeah, again, just have a bit more urgent in his wanting a response. Friend or foe?
Stranger, I don't know you.
I can't tell if you're friend or foe if I don't know you.
So he asking you, are you basically saying, do you mean to do harm? Are you friendly? Yeah.
Dude, you've got two tiny people cowering before you. What do you think they're not?
I don't know. I think you could probably be here after this individual.
We are
don't know.
walking through the forest, collecting berries. And you?
On quest. Find individuals scaring folks.
Have you looked in a mirror?
It's a good one, Negri. I'm going to use that later.
I don't scare. I eat.
I feel like at that point Austin would just burst out crying.
Miss Shade was wrong!
Look what you got. Kara's going to stand up and put down the rabbit and the knife and just kind of start walking over to them.
You see this like really small goblinoid-esque creature. Centaria, go ahead and make me a history check with advantage.
Okay. I'm great at history.
Oh yeah, perfect. Watch this nat 20.
Well, you got advantage. What was it?
A solid 6
A solid 6 on
Even
that
with advantage?
roll.
on the advantage with my bonus added. Yes.
Damn.
You see this goblinoid creature, and only one thing, like there's only one thing you can think. They are certainly a fae. They do not look normal enough. They look like something straight out of the Feywild, which I guess would be normal to you. But you cannot, you do not know what kind of creature they are. You wouldn't know where they would be found, what like line they would be a part of. You just know that they're fae.
I relay that to Ossia. I'm just like, I think she's Fae.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're Fae,
Kara-
right?
As they whisper back and forth between each other, Kara kind of stops in between the two groups and like turns around back to face Negri, crosses his arms, pouts up at him. Stop being mean.
His gaze goes from the two just slowly down to you. Isn't saying that he's just staring down at you. Like, did you have more to add on to that?
Nope.
No, just stop. Naughty. You're getting cold.
Can I look over at the girl and try and figure out if she is being threatened?
Over
these
to
two?
Valus.
Yeah.
Valus is stock still. She hasn't moved.
Would you like to? Do you think she'd be able to make an insight check on Valus to maybe get a general, like, maybe sense of feeling from her?
I mean, my rolls were already great, so why not?
I mean, honestly, it can only get better, right?
I rolled that one.
You rolled a nat 1.
This girl is in so much terror.
You look at this girl and you just begin second guessing, like, is she in terror? Maybe she's genuinely interested in something that's like right there on the ground as she's looking down at it. Maybe she's not bothered by these guys. Maybe
That's not a girl at all.
That could just be a giant bush for all you know. You're not
I-
you're not really able to tell. Like you get no sense of emotion. They seem like to you they have no emotion whatsoever.
Centauria is just gonna like rub her eyes and like kind of like shake her head to try and like focus herself. She's like clearly not thinking or seeing anything right.
Go ahead and add one inspiration die to Centaria as Smada says, please get this poor fairy some help.
You swear?
Well, now that he has eyes on these two, not really seeing them as much as a threat that they did to begin with, begins to pick up his glaive again, turns his back towards him, and heads back to the hooded individual because he's not really gotten what he needed from this quest line yet, so that he can return
And get paid the big bucks.
and so I imagine he walks over to Phaelus. Holy shit!
You got it. You can talk.
I forgot their name.
Valus.
My brain just did a hard reset.
Valus.
Valus, thank you.
Yeah.
Walks over to Valus. With one of the claws, taps them on the shoulder.
Oh, she shrieks.
You
It's like,
two.
oh my god, he crushed her!
Oh my god, that bush is yelling.
What the fuck? Maybe
Astra,
they're an
quick,
animated shrub.
quick, throw your cartwheel.
I imagine he goes from this serious look to just like wide-eyed, like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yes. And she kind of like looks up at him, not like quite making eye contact, but you know when you look up at a parent when you've done something wrong and you're kind of like mostly looking at your eyebrows.
Are you scaring people?
I don't know. I don't think I'm scary.
Wait, can I tell that this is the person we're looking for?
Given what little information you have, it could be this girl, it could be the lizard folk, hell, it could be this tiny little goblin thing in front of you.
No, we know nothing.
You don't know anything about
He's
what
over
they
here
look like.
shivering, and it's just like, we were told to find the person scaring people, and clearly it's that guy, but he eats rabbits whole. I like Tulip. I don't think we can do this. I don't think I can do this. Oh, Miss Jane's gonna be so disappointed in me.
Astia, just breathe, breathe. Okay? We'll just observe, we'll assess the situation. We're gonna be okay. I won't let you get hurt.
Do you mean to hurt people?
I said I wouldn't let her get hurt.
Oh, this was to Valus. Sorry.
Oh.
I don't hurt people. What are you talking about?
I'm just going to do a single insight check because this is three scared biddies in a forest at this point.
What's the insight?
Like he's just like it's like if they were a threat, they would have done something by now. 14.
14. Is Valus, do you want to make like a persuasion, deception, anything like that, or no?
I'll do a deception check.
Okay. What was that stealth roll for, Smada?
That was a 10.
That's a 10. Okay.
Like, she's not intentionally frightening people, But she's definitely not going out of her way to seem normal.
I imagine he, at like his stature, he crouches, like does the squat crouch so that he's eye level with Bayless. He takes the claw and he pokes you in the forehead and goes, "Be more careful."
How am I supposed to be careful? All we did was even talk to me. I tried to buy some supplies from a shopkeeper and he got me out of his place.
You see him just give a shrug. Don't know. People
As
suspicious.
as you two are talking, Centaria and Ostia, you see the small goblinoid like just walk over to you two.
Hi!
Imagine.
And suddenly there's a
That's-
seal.
God.
Wait, did that
I have a
actually
bell.
activate? Did you activate the quilt thing?
What did he get for his stealth roll?
And how?
Oh, yeah, she definitely turned into a seal. He managed to sneak up on her.
You watch as this centaur just suddenly poofs, and instead of a centaur, there is now a what kind of seal?
A harbor seal.
There's just a seal on the ground.
Centauria like dives out of the way of like the falling seal. as it transforms.
Just dives out of the way as a flipper.
Yeah.
Car does not move if they get hit.
2 seconds, I have to run to the bathroom.
Go ahead.
Nuggery and Valus fade into the black.
They're gone, but forgotten. Wait.
You scared her. Why were you being so sneaky?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I have this bell.
What bell?
Car looks down. Is the bell still there?
I'd say
It look what you see on him looks like someone took a piece of brass and just crushed it in their hand.
it is not a bell. It is just a broken piece of metal.
They broke his bell.
Yeah.
That's not a bell. That's just some crushed metal. What are you talking about?
Thought it was a bell. Sorry. I'm Kara. What's your name?
I go by Tulip.
That's a nice name.
Uh,
Kara looks down at the seal. Sorry. That's what bell's supposed to be for.
Bleep.
Nuggery forgot one key component, and that was the actual ding ding ding.
Yeah. You forgot the sound maker part.
Yeah.
well, do you know, that guy? And she points to Nugri.
Oh yeah, he's
The
a
one
big
people
softy.
looked at you.
He's a big
The
softy.
seal looks at you like you're friggin' out of your mind.
Are you
Softy?
sure about that?
He plays the game. He plays with me all the time. We do all sorts of fun games.
Like,
Stab the bad guy. Stab the other bad guy. Make food.
right.
Sharing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
Horsey.
What brings you two here? I'm surprised to see anybody in this area, let alone 3 more people.
Nugri get job, and I go where Nugri goes.
What was this job?
Card like.
Am I overheard a conversation?
What's your passive?
Passive 14.
I'd say you're able to hear it. Maybe not like every single word, but yeah, you get you can like hear the gist of what they're saying.
And Nuggery starts digging into his bag. It'll take him a moment to find it.
Kara starts tapping her mouth. Something. Right. Like, person. We're trying to find someone. Is it you? Are we looking for you?
Well, what kind of person are you looking for?
Scary person.
The seal just points to Nuggery.
As you say that, you see him fishing out this.
I am back.
Actually, it's like a quest poster.
Welcome back.
How he would probably gotten hold of it.
Right.
So he pulls out this quest poster that has like literal tears and holes in it because his claws get caught on it and goes, Car!
There. Kara scampers over to grab it out of his hands and brings it back.
The seal tries to grab you to stop you, but can't because Flipper.
Oh.
It's like it reaches out to stop you, but just falls
May I see this?
Kara looks up at Nuggery and because it's yours. Is it okay?
He gives a singular nod with the head.
Kara shoves it into your hands.
Oh goodness. She reads it over, and what does it entail?
It seems to be a quest, not quest, like a wanted poster almost, but the image given is very poorly drawn on. They seem to have like a rabbit-esque like face and like dirty looking body, very skinny, dirty looking body, but that's all that it could really seemingly be drawn on, with a payment for like 20 gold, and the message of like, please investigate is scaring us. Please help.
It-
But like it's hard to read out because of all the tears and holes and stuff.
Mellow bot in
it-
chat.
Huh?
There's a bot in chat.
Yo, best viewers! Holy shit. I like viewers.
Yay!
Does that note include anything like, wanted dead or alive, or is it just kind of like, hey, can you make them stop being scary?
It doesn't really give you the most details. The only real thing that seemingly jumps out is like, investigate, please. It doesn't say anything about dead or alive.
I would
kind
add
of
in who
crouched
took in.
down. Oh,
I was going to add in. You did mention this. He probably would have only been interested in it the most because they were running low on rations. If the quest actually did have that little portion of, if they are a threat, get rid of them.
I'd say he would have like talked to like a quest giver
Yeah.
to find out that information. It's just not on the board.
Okay. Okay.
I like kind of squat down and show it to Ostia, the seal. And I'm like, I think this lines up with what Miss Jane was telling us to do. And turning back to Kara, I explain, like, we were also told that there was someone in this forest that was scaring travelers and those walking by, and we were told to come investigate. And I like hand the paper back to Kara.
I think Carter's muted.
Sorry, I'm eating right now, so I just don't want to leak over into chat.
That's fair.
How dare. Give us that much AMR.
I gotta make money here, people. No. But yeah, so they hand you back the paper and explain that they're kind of here after the same goal as well. And if it would help, like if you're biting and someone talks to you, you can just type in like out of character, like what your character would say or do.
And then Mello will do their best car impression.
No, the fuck I won't. Too funny. I'll give him the potato voice.
You the DM.
Well,
Yeah, Kara just takes back the wanted poster and just kind of rolls it up and stuffs it into a pocket somewhere.
Centaria then sort of just like kind of looks at everybody and kind of takes in like what she's gathered. Like, okay, like she came here with Ostia, Nugri and Kara came together. So they were on that quest, and the only outlier seems to be this like frail looking girl.
Who is, coincidentally, wearing a rabbit mask.
And she kind of takes a few steps toward Valus and looking back at Ostia, making sure that Nugri isn't about to like eat her, turns her attention to
He
Valus.
nods their shoulder off, and I'm joking.
And it's just like, hi.
Hello. Excuse me. Hello.
I think that a lot of reports have been coming in that you've been scaring people.
I don't see how. I haven't done anything.
Was the
Well-
hack in character?
I mean,
So-
maybe you haven't done anything scary, but maybe people are just scared of those that are different from them.
So, as you did get closer, Kara, from where you were standing next to Ostia, she looked very normal in a sense. She just looked like a very pale, like sickly, underweight girl. As you get closer, you notice through the skin that's peeking out from the bandages and her cloth and everything she's wearing, like she's not dressed for comfort, she's dressed to hide something. But there's like a swath of her neck that's kind of exposed, like the bottom part of her face, some of her fingers, a little bit of her leg from the tears in her leggings. You can see now very clearly, as if like a glamour sort of like is fading away, that there are writings all over her skin that are pulsating very softly in a red glow, almost like a dying ember in a fireplace. And these are not human writings. These are definitely not Fey words. But they cover almost every inch of her skin, from what you can see. And as you look into her face, her eyes are pure red yellow, like a burning bonfire. There's no pupil. It's very obvious that she's not just a human like she's trying to portray herself as.
Seeing all of this, I think Centaria takes a step back and sort of tries to make eye contact with the other three, like, who wants to ask questions about this? Just trying to, like, convey, like, someone's gotta talk about this.
It's the same thing that Kara saw, right, Valus?
Yeah, same thing Kara saw.
All you get back when you try and make eye contact with Kara is a look of pure confusion of like, huh? Why?
Oh,
What?
no.
Astia's gonna, see the look and come over, and like halfway on her way there, she's gonna turn back into a centaur. And she's gonna, get close enough to see the same thing and just goes, "Your eyes are pretty."
Thank you. My father has the same eye.
Oh.
They were a point of pride, really. I think they're my prettiest features, says the girl who has pretty much 90% of her features covered.
I was just like, I got red eyes too,
Yeah.
but mine are like more pink.
Yeah,
They
I wasn't trying to scare anybody. I just wanted to buy some stuff. You know, I'm looking for my dad, and I mean, people always treat me like this. It's really hard.
Oh, they do? That's so mean. Here, you want this fish? And she's gonna take the wheel off her back and untie the fish and
Yeah.
hold it and offer it to Valus.
You watch as this centaur girl just takes what looks like a spare wagon wheel off of her back, and from the wheel you see this like 1.5 foot long giant fish. Its scales are like very similar to that of a hue of a rainbow. You know, like red on one end and slowly fading to the different colors as it goes down its body. This is one thing I forgot to mention earlier. They do have like two orc-like tusks coming out from the bottom part of its mouth with like
Oh.
very profound like red lips. It is dead, obviously, but that is what she hands
Oh.
out.
If you want, you can just lay that by the campfire. I might have to make it a little bigger. You can see the campfire is literally like just a little kind of haphazard bundle of sticks with a very pathetic flame on it.
Not for
Um,
long.
Yeah, I guess you would have to cook it first, huh?
Cedric
yeah.
is breaking a branch off a tree.
You just hear like this big
Um,
snap of something, and it's just Nugget grabbing a branch.
Hey, careful with that. There are plenty of branches on the ground.
Yeah, what the tree do to you?
But yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't give you my name. My name is Valus.
Hi, Valus. I'm Astia.
She reaches out a bandaged hand to you, as a polite handshake.
You see, like, she startles a little bit with the hand suddenly coming towards her, but then realizes what's going on, gives you a handshake back.
Kara rushes in, eager to take the hand as soon as it's let go, and starts vigorously shaking it in an imitation of what just happened. Hi, I'm Kara.
Kara's like, I got dibs.
I got dibs.
Watch this shit.
And she looks over at Centuria, and she kind of like, and you are?
I go by Tulip.
That's such a cute name. Oh my gosh. I wish I had been named after a flower.
Well, I mean, you can choose like a nickname if you would want. Maybe something to match the hue of the red on your leg.
She kind of like freezes just for a moment, like a minute, like almost. It's hard to describe, but when someone has a feature of theirs mentioned that they might not want you to mention, and they kind of like pause and give you that just slightest eye glance, and then they look away. Yeah, maybe something more cool, like flame, or something like that. I'm not good with nicknames.
It could be Lily, like a water lily.
I have a
Fun.
question.
4.
I have no real way to word this normally.
Okay.
I don't know how to word this other than how it's going to sound, so bear with me.
Okay.
Does the scent that Phalus gives off be similar to any of the halflings or anything that's in town or is it like something he's not fucking smelled before?
I was expecting a way worse question.
Bilo, I'm gonna DM
Yeah,
you
me
real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on, I gotta meet with the council real quick.
Because I
Bayless huddles with the DM real.
I clicked how
Oh my
Nuggery
god.
to track shit, and I was like, he tastes the air.
So I have to say, I just reached 1K points, and it immediately popped up on Mellow Stream. Smell like a baka. That timing
What
was
does she
so.
smell like? She smells like a baka.
So I don't want to use all my channel points, but I feel like I must now.
I wouldn't
Do it.
recommend
No.
it only because it's not gonna play the audio that comes with it because I don't have it set up on this slide.
Oh, lame.
It's a
Anyway.
sound alert thing.
You
Oh
smell
my
it for the
God.
next time he does the scent check.
Yeah. Send check. The audio just plays in the sky above. Like what the fuck?
Anyway, that was super weird.
Clover's like, Mom, is that you? Ah. So Nuggery, as you're like smelling the air, getting a taste of it, you don't smell human coming from that area. You instead taste almost as if like he had just walked into a burning building. You just get this overwhelming, like smoky, hot, ashy, like heat is what you taste.
Cool, because I have a phrasing for that.
Okay.
He turns his head around while he's prepping the fire and literally goes, "Why are you spicy?"
Okay.
Well, I mean, she kind of like looks at her feet, and if you could see her cheeks, she'd probably be blushing.
I haven't had a chance to bathe in like a week, so I'm sorry.
Why are you spicy? Looks at my feet.
Spicy.
Thomas pack some heat.
I do not know how to ask that question. I've just been sitting here in silence, like, wait, hold on, I'm clicking the shit. I don't know how to ask this.
There's a stream not far from here.
Oh, yeah. I could go bathe, I suppose, if it's that bad.
Do the rest of us smell anything, or is it just because he has like really good sense
It's
of
because he's
smell?
like a lizard folk and like his way of smelling is like tasting the air.
Okay.
And like they have a heightened kind of sense for that kind of
Like, literally every now and then you see his tongue just out of his mouth and back in.
I don't think anything's bad, but a fresh bath always helps me feel like a little better.
Yeah, I guess I could go take a quick bath.
Could bring food that way. Gather more food for new arrival.
Can't hurt. You can't hunt here. This is a no hunt zone.
Mm-hmm.
These animals are not to be hunted. All right, I brought fish. Eat the fish.
Oh,
It has
She looks
meat.
at the
I pull
rabbits
out
kind of
what's left of
guiltily.
it.
I may have
He-
kind of hunted here already.
Well, I mean, as long as you don't waste it, it's okay.
shotgun sounds start coming from like Ostia and Centaria.
If Asya was like meaner, she would have chucked the fish at him when she said, "Eat this instead." Just
I
to tip it to
imagine
that.
you're saying this, and he's pulling out what looks like an elongated version of the anime Meat on a Bone. We all know what this is from.
Damn.
A hunk of meat.
Yeah.
No, Baelish is kind of like awkwardly shuffling her way towards where the stream was mentioned to her.
Um,
I,
I think Centaria might go with her and ask if she wants company.
Wait, you're gonna leave me with the scary lizard man?
I think
Bye,
Ostia would
Ostia.
come.
Just Centaria slowly
or he's
fades into
going
the
to
showers like
hit Kara over
bye.
their shoulder.
Like, what is this, a group bath time now?
Oh, perfect way to start the party adventure. Let's all take a bath.
Wait,
I
wait,
know.
wait, where do you think you're going, mister? You can't go over there. She's taking a bath.
He tilts his head like, why not?
Because that is inappropriate to have some manners.
You
Well,
say manners and he starts walking.
Yeah,
No!
This is
He
like-
grabs
this-
onto his leg and is trying to hold him back. It's like, you can't go! It's not rude! It's rude!
and like Kara, like this
Kara?
is a new concept to Kara as well. Like, why not shower together?
Kara, I would like to say, is struggling, but not to get out of the grip, but is like just no, is just like slung over the shoulder, and in that kid way of throwing a tantrum, but not actually like doing anything productive to escape their fate.
Little
I was just
feet
like
kicks
pulling
and
back
everything.
on the skirt. It's just like, no, you can't go that's rude. She didn't ask.
I imagine like they're pulling on the skirt and it's just the skid marks in the dirt and this thing is just
Wait, can we roll strength checks? I just want to see what the dice say. I don't think she's gonna win anyway, but I want to see it.
Go ahead.
absolutely strength checks, contested athletics, or what?
Who is hugging who? I'm confused.
As he's trying to stop the lizard man from going and watching Bayless bathe.
You said watching. I'm probably going to take a bath as well.
She doesn't know that. Just roll strength.
Strength check. That's funny.
Listen, I
Well.
rolled a 19.
I can't wait.
What'd he get?
So I succeed. I get to stop you from moving.
I imagine it's more that you've got his tail, and that when he feels the tug, he just stops moving and looks back at you.
This is like, you can't go. She didn't ask you to go with her. You can't go.
Can I have
Can I fix them up?
You want to?
You're already carrying Kara.
Kara's nothing to him though.
Yeah.
I
I was
guess.
gonna say-
What's going on,
Oh.
Centaria?
I was just gonna ask if I could have like grabbed maybe like a sheath of vines or something, just so that Valus could have some like privacy,
Mm.
because she doesn't want to deal with their antics, and this seems like the easiest way to fix things.
Yeah,
It's
go
like,
ahead.
she clearly doesn't want to be seen. And yet he's about to go follow her to her bath where she will be seen.
Yeah. So I just I'm like, Valus, just ignore them. Here, I have this.
Thank you.
She kind of haphazardly gathers the vines.
I can hold it for you if that's easier. But just give me one moment. And she goes over. Did Nugri pick Ostia up?
It's like he's about to if they don't let go of his tail.
Centauri's
not
gonna
letting
like
go.
walk over and she's gonna fly up so she's like eye to eye with Nugri and just be like, don't even think about it.
We're girl bossing
The-
it up out
the-
here.
the dark impulse of my brain makes me want to have Nuggery snort to just blow them backwards.
I mean, they're the one who
But-
started it. They're the ones that held you back first.
I didn't do anything.
I just realized
You
this is an
can't
all
pick
female
a lady
party
to-
except for Nugrid.
I
No.
think so.
Nugrid.
Nugrid, sorry. It sucks having a key NPC called Nugrid and then having Nugri as a player.
Well, while they're all arguing, she kind of slips off to go to the river.
I'll slow him down for you.
Kara, I
Um,
forget. You're androgen, right?
Fluid androge. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So Centaria is intending to sort of just keep an eye on Valus and make sure that she doesn't like kill any beavers and is also like safe. But she wants to make sure that the situation with Ostia and Nugri doesn't get worse.
Turn into something
First.
bigger.
Yeah.
He's going to snort. I was just mulling it over, and it's just like this tiny fairy that he could swish with easy. He's telling like, "Don't you dare!" And it kind of, I'm thinking like he couldn't not snort because he would either snort out of like you're not going to tell me what to do, or he'd probably find it amusing, and it would just be the impulse.
In
How
that,
strong are my wings?
I was gonna say, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Natural one.
I got a 10.
You got your inspiration. I would not recommend using it, as 10's
I'm not.
probably not
Yeah.
high enough to.
Oh,
I'm just gonna leave it at 10.
With a 10, you're above his face and he snorts out, and you're not like flung away or anything, but the breath, like the airflow coming out of his nostrils, does certainly push you back quite a few feet. It doesn't knock you to the ground or anything, it just kind of pushes you back in air. And
I just look at him
But-
angrily.
I imagine like what you see after the pushback. You can see like one of the back corners of where a cheek would be is kind of going up into what would be a smile if not showing teeth at this point. And he withdraws his hand from I forgot Nevi's character.
Ostia.
Ostia. That's so close out there. I was out there. I was like, no, that's the wrong fucking character. Ostia. But he does hug his tail.
So instead of picking up Astia, he just like pulls his tail to his chest.
I'm over here like he's trying to get it free, and if it doesn't come free, he's
Comes
going
along
to.
with it.
Yeah.
It just comes along with it. It's just hanging off his end of his tail. Man, you're big.
Ostia, let go of his tail.
So let's go, and just like plops on the floor. It's like, you can't go
start
over
walking
there.
to-
She wants privacy. You know what
Start
privacy
walking
is, right?
diagonal direction of towards the river.
He's still
DMing.
holding Kara.
Yep. Kara's getting a bath.
You can take your turn.
I had a
and Valus is done.
Still need food. Get food.
They have big fish. Big fish.
Not feeling Mill.
I like kind of flit back over to where Valus is to help hold the vine of privacy.
So, Valus has made it to the river. And, when Centauria gets there, Valus isn't alone. And she's talking in a low voice to somebody who is hooded and cloaked.
Are you in the river?
She's standing just near the river.
Oh. Centauria is going to dart behind like a bush and try and listen in.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
First. 20! Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, yeah, you're able to, before anyone can notice you, at least immediately notice you, you're able to kind of duck behind like some foliage and like use your wings to help blend into the green around you. It does help that it is now at this point probably closer to like 8:30 at night. So the darkness does help kind of cover over and whatnot, so you're able to perfectly hide in this bush.
Perfect.
Mello, could I ask you to play this other person?
Yeah, is there any specific or just a general?
Just a general.
Okay.
Yeah.
We give them almost voice. No, I'm joking.
I'm sending you a quick DM.
She. Oh, I gotta see.
Just, I'm also sending you a quick DM.
So, okay. Okay, so Centauria, from where you are hiding, like you're hiding close enough that you can hear what's happening and see, but they don't seem to be able to see you just yet. This person, like you catch the very, very tail end of it. It almost seemed like glass. Like you heard what sounded like glass kind of getting put together, but it was a very faint sound. And this this person, robed in dark black clothing and a hood that falls over their head, you're only really able to make out a general body shape. They seem to be male in appearance, and you can hear them like kind of nod their head a bit. My lady, you called upon?
Yes. Apparently I stink from traveling on the road, and it was recommended that I take a bath.
My lady, I don't think you stink whatsoever, but if you need a bath, I will gladly help in whatever sense you need.
And she just lifts her arms in a T pose and waits for him to undress her.
And you watch as this man does indeed begin to undress, take off. Would you say he takes off the wrappings and all that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you watch as he basically just fully unclothes her, all of the wrappings, the kind of like messed up clothes and whatnot all come off of her body, and he like gently folds them up and puts them on a rock nearby the river so that they don't get dirtied. There you go, my lady. What else can I do for you?
Well, your job, of course, bathe me.
And she walks into the river.
Is she still wearing her rabbit mask?
No, she is no longer wearing her rabbit. What Centauria can see is just a very kind of impishly cute, like young face, humanoid, like no like deformities or anything. But the writing that you caught glimpses of fully covers her from head to toe. And she's sort of like in the darkness, kind of pulses in the darkness. And her hair, she pulls the little stick she had in it out, and it falls down to her mid back. It's scraggly and very dark black. and her eyes are very, very bright in this low light. And she steps into the water and waits.
Does Centaria react in any sort of way upon like seeing all of this?
Centaria is absolutely shocked and very, very confused because now it seems like she is some kind of royalty and can call upon someone to just appear. And she is also confused because she doesn't know like, if Valus is maybe like a normal race that she just has never seen before. So she's trying to be like, well, this looks weird, but she's like, but everything looks weird to me here. Um, and she also tries to like maybe see if the writing looks like anything she's ever seen before, but it probably doesn't.
Bilo, can you DM me what language the writing is?
The end.
Thank you. So as you're like trying to study them, go ahead and make me a investigation check. As she steps into this water, you watch as this person, like not even caring about their own clothes getting wet, they immediately follow her into the river and they begin to very gently, very tenderly just scoop up water, pour it over their body, using their hands to like wash like their shoulders and their back, their hips and whatnot, just rubbing off whatever dirt might be there, any stains left over from travels and like dirt marks and all that. They begin working on the hair, gathering it and weaving it through their fingers, washing it through, getting new water here and there as they begin to bathe her. Uh, you can see Centaria. There is another creature in the water, something much smaller, a beaver, one of the familiar beavers that you have noticed, but it is further off down the river, just kind of watching all of this happen.
I got a 16 in investigation.
So, with the 16, you try to study the language, you're trying to get a grasp on it, but yeah, this definitely isn't a language you've ever heard of before. I gotta breathe for a moment. Okay. You try to maybe like compare it to some other languages you might know. What languages does Centaria know?
He knows Druidic, Primordial, and Sylvan.
And Sylvan. You think through your different languages. The only one that comes even relatively close is one of the languages that Primordial gives you. That of. Actually, wait. That language is the language of fire, isn't it?
It's like 4 languages. It's like the language of air, earth, water, and fire.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah. I'm talking
4.
about the one that
Yeah,
you have. No, I'm thinking
Um,
of Ignin. Ignin's the fire one, right?
Wind, fire, aqua, water, terra, earth, so on, so on.
Yeah. And Orin is air. So the only language you can think of that is even remotely similar is the Ignin language, the language spoken by those from the denizens of the fire plane. Fire elementals, mephits, creatures like that. But this isn't that language. It's just the closest one that you can compare it to. Overall, this is not a language you have ever seen before, ever heard, ever read, ever been told about.
I haven't been taking notes.
Huh?
I haven't been taking notes. I'm so sad.
It's okay.
Interesting. Does the hood fall off the figure at any point? Like in the water?
As they're washing her, they do end up like, moving to her chest area and like her stomach. And with your investigation, you're able to see that they do have some very basic human features. They have like dark brown hair. Their eyes are a very soft blue. They have kind of tannish skin on their face and their hands that you can see. They look like just a regular old human, nothing really special about them.
Uh, she she looks away to give her privacy, but it stays there to listen in because she's still not sure if this person is actually scaring people and is like actually a threat in any way.
While this is happening, you three, what are you three doing?
I'm taking Kara on a trip.
Are you going in the same area, or are you like walking a bit further down?
I saw that Valus went one way. The group is distraught about me going that way, so I went the opposite at an angle.
Okay, yeah. Astia, do you do anything to stop him from going, a bit further away?
He's clearly no longer going towards her, right?
Yes.
But no. I will go and make the fire bigger so we can cook the fish.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna step away for like 5 minutes. I really have to pee. I'll be right back.
Yay!
Question for Kara.
Hi.
Does Nuggery know if Kara can swim?
No. What was him just throwing her in the river?
I don't think it's come up.
Oh, I have this image in my head. I have this image in my head that Nuggery's like got this weird sort of pseudo parental thing going on. Grabs her by the back of her shirt and just like swishes in a hot pot.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Oh my god. Same Braidwell.
I was like, over here thinking, is Nuggery a caring parent?
I told you he's a softie. Nuggery's a total softie, guys.
To be fair, they're not going to be. I'm over to. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I said, CC, I'm going to message you really quick. This is kind of what you see outside of the mask. This is basically what she looks like.
I hope the mindset of Nuggery cares enough not to kill them, and is definitely to some degree taking care of them. But over here, like, you're not going to be in danger. Hurl is going to be funny.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what it means because it doesn't list a swimming speed. I don't know if that means I can't swim.
It's regular. It's like, so if you don't have a swimming speed, I imagine it's like
I think it's
half
30
movement.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you base your swimming speed off of your walking speed, how much movement you can make. And if you're going through like strong waters, your swimming speed is halved, and then you have to make checks. But generally, like if you're swimming through like a placid lake or just like a gently flowing river, like you use your full movement speed.
Right. Then yeah,
Usually, unless something says you have swimming speed of, it's usually half movement or it's your walking speed.
cool. So Kara can swim. I don't know if it's come up between the two of us because
Oh, it's about to come up.
Looks at Kara. You can swim. Not a question. Just throws her. Like, I have decided for you that you can swim. And like the Warhammer 40k orcs, what they say comes true.
Wah.
No, this is really fun. I like this.
This is fun.
I'm making a temporary reactive for you, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I did my best. There wasn't any on Pickroo that I liked.
Oh, I meant for Nuggery. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's
Oh.
fine.
I mean,
I appreciate it.
mine turned out pretty well.
I looked at
might check Pickroo.
the pit crew that Nevi sent me. I'm over here looking at it's so limited, and my fucking brain is like, it has to be better. It has to be better. Don't lose this. It's like,
Okay. And then I want to crop it. Crop. That's not helping.
Sorry about that. One of the cats attempted to try and poop in the box of litter we have, and missed it completely. So
Happens.
it's been worse. They could have shit on the stove.
they Toto shouldn't like where the AC goes. So
You know what? That's a bit worse than the stove. You got me beat there.
but it's fine. I got it cleaned up. I scooped out their litter box just to make sure that they're fine, and I put up the box of litter. So we have Nuggery taking Kara out for a swim. Yes.
Nuggery is about to yeet the child.
Meet the child.
We
were actually just sitting here talking about. It's like, is he actually going to like old school parent style, just throw them into rivers? Like, just like, yeah.
See, I was imagining he just holds him by like the neck, and then he's like, "All right, now you swim," and then he like he holds him underwater and starts having like surfboard against the water. He's like, "Don't worry, the water rushing against you will help wash you off." And he like pulls him up, and then he does it again after a few seconds, and then just keeps on rinsing and repeating. No pun intended. So yeah, you two go a bit further down from the river. You aren't able to see, what Centaria is seeing. How do you want to do this?
My job was to see if they were a threat or not. They're not a threat. It's not my business.
So you're just trucking Kara? Full truck?
Going to throw Kara into the river. They're not in any danger.
It's the Mario gargling sound effect from Super Mario 64. So, is Kara swimming, or is he just going underwater?
If I've been chucked into the lake, Kara probably is screaming the entire time that he's in flight, and then once she hits the water, it just calms down, kind of just lays back, looking up at the night sky.
Kara is now floating on the water on her back.
Imagine Nuggery like takes a moment to undo the vest and the lower loin, the little wraparound cloth around his waist, and then Crocodile sinks into the water.
Dun, dun, dun. Do, 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 do. Is he just kind of swimming around as well? Being a spooky.
I'm fishing.
Oh, you're fishing.
I'm fishing in the bathroom at the same time.
Roll me a survival check.
I also point out he does have his 40-foot swim speed.
Yes.
That's a 12.
Okay. Let me go ahead and grab one of. Yeah, fuck it.
Can Kara notice what he's doing and also go fishing?
Sure. So Nugri, you begin fishing. You're able to get a total of 11 minnows. Kara, you go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Are we talking like the baby minnows you use for
Yeah,
like fishing,
like
or are we
really
talking
small
a big
ones.
minnow?
Uh,
That's a
Believe it or
30.
not, minnows can actually get really big.
Not these ones. These are small. And Kara got a 19,
Plus 11.
so a 30.
Yes.
Jesus, what the fuck is your stats, my guy?
Let me go ahead and grab these.
We find the king of the lake.
What is that added together? Okay, so Kara, you see Nugri begin doing the same thing, but he's doing both. You know, he's swimming around, he's hunting for fish, and he's also bathing. So you begin doing the first part. You begin hunting on your own. And somehow you were able to gather more fish than he did. 28 small minnows to be exact. But these are like extremely tiny, like these are maybe like the size of like fish sticks.
So perfectly sized for me.
Perfect size for you. They're like a bag of M&Ms to someone like Nugget.
All right. Can I try and put some of mine in his?
If you would want to.
I do.
Would Nuggety have a problem with that?
What'd you do? I was zoned out. I was zoned out. What'd you do?
Kara's trying to share.
Trying to give some of the
Share
fish that
what?
he caught.
I didn't hear what happened.
He caught 28 minnows and he's trying to give Nuggety some of them.
Okay.
Will he accept them?
He will take them, and we will make a very thin gumbo.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the thing,
What's the thing?
the money thing, but with fish.
Those are
Anything with
completely
fish?
different things.
And
What does this have to do with the clinky clacks?
Yeah, this is
you should
this
do
is food.
This is food.
that. And so how many minutes?
And what?
Everyone had give them
I'll-
12 minutes.
No, let's see. You said I got 27,
28.
not 28. So I give him like 23 minnows.
I give you 12.
I give you 6.
Gives you 3.
I give you 2.
Oh shit.
He gives you 1.
Ah, dang it! I lost.
They did the thing. Yay. The monkey in my brain with his symbols is happy. Alright. Kara,
All right, this is the
You
bit
now-
from here on out.
you now have 1 extra minnow. No. I'll let you two work out that math by yourself. I am not doing that for you.
This is, the math wouldn't matter anyway. We're using this for our food. Have a minnow gumbo.
They're all going in the same pot.
Yeah.
We had some wheat, it'd be an anchovy pizza. Anyway.
Who says you don't?
Nah.
So, as this is happening, Astia, you are looking for firewood to make the fire bigger, correct? Good talk, Astia.
We've lost
Let me
Oscar.
die.
She died. All by ourselves. We'll get back to her then. After about, I'd say this takes a solid 10, 15 minutes that this guy is giving Valus a bath, Centaria. Are you like watching the entire time? Do you try and get closer?
No, I'm not watching because I do want to give her privacy.
Okay.
But I'm there so I'm in hearing range because I'm like, what is happening? And now I'm questioning like what she is, who this other person is, and whether she really is a threat.
Valus, would you like to make a perception roll to see like to look around you, or do you think she's too focused on getting her bath?
Mm, well, she's got pretty decent passive perception, so she'd probably be like looking around at like the flora and fauna. Maybe she saw that beaver, and she's like, "Ooh, beaver."
Ooh,
So a little perception check.
a little percent.
That's an 8, my babe. We are not looking at anything
Man,
but that
that's a
beaver.
cool wet rock.
That is a cool ass beaver. Like, we love that beaver. She's like cooing at it and like waving at it, trying to like entice it to come closer.
Go ahead and make animal handling. See how well you can entice this beaver to come swim to you.
Why did I get a dirty 20 on that? Why did I get a dirty 20 on that?
You don't know how. This is like it's not your first time interacting with a beaver, but it's your first time, being bathed by one of your loyals and just taking a bath and seeing a beaver and like trying to get it to come over. You don't know how, but you're able to make like the perfect beaver pleasing sound. And this little tiny beaver like child looks over at you and you see its little tail flap a bit and it begins like swimming towards you.
Okay, I think when Centaria hears this, she will turn around and look because she's scared that she's gonna hurt the beaver.
Does the beaver get within like a grasping range?
Yeah. It's like
So
swimming up to you.
as the beaver gets closer, she's petting it. She's like rubbing her thumbs against his little cheekies, and then she just picks the damn beaver up and kind of holds it like a baby. And she's cooing and like she's like all into like petting this beaver's tummy.
As you're like holding this beaver. Thankfully, he had already like gotten your front side, so he had begun like working, just getting your legs and your feet. That's kind of like the last area that he hasn't really worked on. So as you're holding this beaver and petting it and whatnot, the servant's like washing your legs and your knees
Oh,
and
hang on.
ankles.
Hang on, my headset died.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. You suddenly went quiet, and I thought maybe my head dropped. No, it just turned off.
Okay. But you're back?
I'm back.
Okay, so at this point, he's just washing your legs and your knees and ankles and whatnot, and not like fully touching your toes or anything, but kind of like washing the top of your foot. Just because it's in running water, he doesn't need to fully get the bottom of your toes unless you lift your legs for him to do so.
Yeah, toes cost extra, man.
Yeah, toes
Come on
cost
now.
extra. He's not getting paid for this anyway. But after that, like he lifts his whole like dripping cloaked body up. My lady, you are bathed.
And she doesn't even like look at him. She's too busy like being in love with this beaver, and she just like flicks her fingers in like a go away motion at him.
Are you
She's
releasing him per
dismissing
se?
him. Yes, she's dismissing him. She's like, bye bye.
So, Centaria, you watch as like, he says that she is done. She's still standing there in the river, like fully disrobed and whatnot, petting this beaver. She gives a little wrist motion, and you watch as this cultist, who was bowing his head slightly to her, suddenly
Cultist?
begins to crackle, and then he breaks apart as if like glass shatters. But
What the
as the glass shatters, it just disappears. There's no glass in the river, no remnant that he was ever there, other than Valus's now cleaned body.
the heck? Uh guess Centaria is going to run over and try and find Ostia and just tell her everything.
I want to go home.
Huh?
These people are crazy.
So you listen to her relay this information?
What do we do? I don't even know what we're supposed to do. We were supposed to find a scary person. We found a scary person. The scary person was with even scarier people. And now they're just all crazy.
I feel like scary person is definitely scary. And I feel like we are not the ones to handle it from here. Do you have a way to contact Miss Jane?
What would Jane do if she was here?
WWJD. What would Jane do?
What would you do?
I do not have a way to contact Miss Jane. But I'm gonna
You
pray.
sent you out on this mission without a way to contact her?
I don't have that level of magic yet. This is supposed to be an easy, oh, you know, make sure the spooky person isn't dangerous and that.
What about those other two? Do you think we can trust them?
I don't know. I mean, big guy's really scary and he ate a rabbit.
He did. That was scary.
I am
And then the
wasting
other one, I
time.
mean, it seems like they could be a friend.
I have a question for the DM.
Yeah.
Are these two from the town that Nuggery constantly visits?
He's not from the town you guys got this mission. No.
Okay.
The town he got this mission from is the next town over from where Ostia's from.
So it's like two separate towns coming to meet the same mission.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
I will give you the name of the town you are from, or at least you got this mission from, Ghost.
In the meantime, Valus has released the beaver back to the river, and she is dressed and now kind of like, sort of like half skipping back to the camp, kind of like a little pep in her step.
Okay. And I just want to clarify because I want to make sure I heard right. You said she got dressed and then she started skipping.
Yes.
Okay.
No, she's just like full naked.
Full tits out, like,
Well,
hey guys.
She got dressed and she's stripping. What?
Nah, she's skipping and getting clothed at the same time. Yeah. So as you two are whispering about this, you hear what sounds like someone making their way back to you, and Valus pops back up.
Where Ostia and I are?
Issy.
How do you feel?
Honestly, I feel really good. I had a really good bath. You know, you don't really think about it when you're traveling. You're just like, I gotta get from the first point to the last point. I gotta keep going, and you don't think, I should stop and have a bath.
Yeah,
It's just not-
definitely. You know,
Are you guys ready for dinner?
I'm a little worried. Did you see anything weird while you were in the river?
Not really, no. Why?
Well, I was going around gathering some berries, and I could have sworn out of the corner of my eye I saw this hooded figure. And maybe that's the person we're trying to find.
A hooded figure.
She kind of taps her chin a little bit.
Well, what was he doing?
I don't know. It was just a flash out of the corner of my eye, but it seemed like it was near where you were. So I thought maybe you would have seen them.
She then like claps her hands together like, "Oh, I see. You saw my attendant."
Your attendant?
Yes, yes. My father made sure that I would be well taken care of in his absence. So I have a special spell that allows me to summon my attendants for a short period of time in order to take care of them.
He was scary looking.
It's just clothing. She kind of makes a little dismissive gesture. He's not that scary. That particular attendant, he likes to blow glass. He makes the most pretty vases back home. Just because people think I look scary and treat me differently. If he looks scary, maybe it's just because you didn't go and say hi and get to know him.
Now, that could be. So, where are you from?
Hang on. DM conference. I can't remember where we said Bayless was from.
Did we confirm for sure where she's from? Because I could just give you a random spot off the top of my ass right now.
Yeah, do it.
All right, bet. She is from. I will copy.
Who's she playing?
Copy.
She's from Effet.
she's from across the pond. Country. Then I will send you the name of the country she's from properly. Boom. Copy. I wouldn't say like it's in the town proper, but rather that is that's where it's from. Like it's around there.
Where did you post it?
That's Ghost.
I was gonna say.
That's Ghost. Uh-oh. Ghost, you don't see shit.
Good job, Memo.
You saw nothing? And here we go. Right, because we were screaming in our DMs.
I'm from Cacrico, in the country. Oh gosh,
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm the Republic of Chenkol.
Oh, wow. I'm new here. I've never heard of that place.
Astia, would you like to try and make a history check to see if you've heard of that place?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, fuck it.
5.
That's a
Why
place,
is
all right, you know?
all of our intelligence checks.
Man,
Listen, I have a +0 for intelligence.
it's
What do you
almost like
expect?
most of the party here is meant not to have high intelligence.
Y'all are rolling shit intelligence checks, and I'm the negative to intelligence.
Listen, alright, we're all a bunch of commoners. We have no need to have intelligence. Okay,
Hell, two of you aren't
It's
from
fine.
this plane.
right, exactly.
That's why I'm like, oh, that's why you guys would have like advantage on stuff, Feywild related, and that does nothing for you guys. It's like, oh, advantage 6. All right.
How many miles would you say Chenkol is from where we are?
So let's calculate distance here real quick. Where's my tools?
So can I ask Bayless like what she's doing here? Like why she's
Yeah, while I calculate this.
Mhm.
Well, I'm looking for my dad.
What do you know about what happened to your dad?
Well, he's really big, in our religion. I guess you could say he's like the leader of our religion. He is on a sabbatical right now. So I was sent to go find him. Because I'm not gonna lie. Not a lot of our churchgoers are adventurers. And I've been begging and begging since I was 16. Please let me go out on an adventure. I promise I'll be safe. I have my attendants. I can summon them whenever I'm in trouble. And, they finally relented and said, you can go out and look for your dad as long as you come back to him.
I knew how to do this beforehand. Why can't I add the marker that I want? Why is there random stuff on this map now? Everything is going to shit. This is not right.
Okay. So, I think I see what the issue is here. You are spooky looking, but you're looking for your dad. So you gotta go around to all these different towns and stuff. But they're all gonna get scared of you because you're spooky looking, right?
I mean, I don't think I'm spooky looking.
And you did just say a minute ago that you recognize that you're scary looking.
No, I recognize that people think I'm scary looking, but I myself, I look very normal compared to the people in Shinpo.
Okay, where
Well-
she's from, she's normal, but here you look scary.
Oh. I guess
Yeah.
that makes
So, we have to fix this problem, we have to make it so that you're not scary looking anymore when you go into towns, because otherwise people like Big Lizard Man are probably gonna try and kill you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. We don't want you to die.
I'd say at this
Well, I don't
point,
want to die either.
I'd say at this point, the other two, you guys would have came back with your fish.
Minnows.
Comes back with the fish as a big naked lizard.
Oh god.
Car's clothes are just entirely still soaked.
So what happened to you? I put some clothes on. That's rude.
He does the dog shake to get dry.
She's covering up. She's like put her hands over Tulip's eyes. He's like, why are you so rude? You are a rude lizard man.
He does not grasp the concept of being rude, so he just does the head tilt and does the eye lick like the fuck are you on about?
I think,
Cover up your junk, gosh darn it.
I think what she's
Fuck.
trying to say, she says to Nuggery, I think what she's trying to say is, in society, it's not okay to not wear your clothes, especially when you're surrounded by people of the opposite gender. Like,
She motions to all of the girls.
and that if you it would be better for you to cover up. I know it's probably not normal for you to do so, but a lot of people don't want to see other naked people. We're weird like that.
Like a village.
Yes, it's like a village.
He's out of character. He's referencing to they're like the people in the town where they're sensitive to lizard folk. And he will take the clothes that are just kind of hanging off of his glaive. He'll begin putting on the vest and wrapping the thing around him once he's dry.
Okay, so I feel like we're having an intervention for everybody.
Me.
Oh, yeah,
Can I get an intervention?
take her hands back once he covers up his junk.
Even though there's nothing there.
Well, I
Well,
don't
she wasn't
know.
looking.
I don't know you very well, Kara. So I don't know. What do you think is wrong with you?
What's
Nuggery
wrong with
in
Car?
one phrasing goes innocent.
But that's not a problem.
Okay. I'm innocent.
But that's a good thing. It's a good thing to be innocent. That means you're not sinful.
But
See?
you gotta make sure you're careful with who you trust.
I trust him.
Right. Just be careful with who you trust.
So you saying I shouldn't trust you? Kara
I
backs up.
think you can trust me.
But you say not to trust you.
Trust is hard.
Trust is something built over time.
My Jerry's here. I'll be right back.
Jerry is here.
You'll find out when she comes back. Yes, her Jerry is here.
I see.
As they're talking,
Also-
Valus is gonna start like carving up the big fish to kind of like start cooking for everybody.
Going to start filleting the minnows.
If Kara sees that, Kara's also going to step in and try and not make a nuisance of themselves and help.
You start at that end, she points at the tail, and I'll start at this end, and she points at the head, and we meet in the middle. Okay?
Got it. Now, what's the opposite of the help action?
The non-help action.
Can I take the non-help action?
Sure.
Gremlin.
Right, Valus, I think maybe Ostia was right, and we should get you some more fitting clothes for you. Maybe like a long skirt or pants and a nice sweater with a turtleneck.
I have a question. We kind of stripped a bunch of guards of clothing.
You did, yes.
Don't know what we did with those.
You
Can
left
we
them.
just say we left them? Okay.
You had taken just their bodies to eat.
You
No, I was gonna say,
undressed
like-
them? You undressed them just to take their bodies to eat?
You can't eat the clothes.
To take their bodies and to sell their gear.
He ate a rabbit with the skin on.
This is 3 weeks ago.
Also, skin is different compared to clothing.
Clothing doesn't digest well.
But
Ah.
okay.
Jerry.
Oh, that's so
Freaking Jerry.
cute.
Jerry!
It's adorable.
And Valus doesn't seem to mind that Kara's like getting in the way and maybe doing things wrong. She's just kind of singing in a strange language. Just kind of like she seems happy in sort of the way like a child would be who's just made a bunch of new friends all of a sudden. Even though they might not consider themselves her friend.
Oh,
she
Kara,
is-
absolutely.
She is over the moon right now.
No insight check needed. Kara considers you a friend.
Okay. I think I get it. The solution for everyone here is clothes. Valus, you need better clothes. Nugri, you need to make sure you're always clothed. Kara, make sure you have some kind of protective armor because you're so innocent.
I don't like armor. It's heavy.
Then Valus kind of looks up.
So what's wrong with you two? I mean, you're telling us what's wrong with us. What's wrong with you two? What are your flaws?
I
Ooh,
don't know.
good point.
Please tell us. What do you think?
Well, I don't want to sound mean,
She points at Centuria.
but I think you're a busybody,
And she points at Asya. And I think she is a prude.
Kara just points at Astia. Seal.
Seal. That's your problem. You're a seal.
Fucking animal.
I like that I'm a seal.
They like ignore the
Seals
limit. They're
are
points. You're a
cute.
seal.
And like, Astia, like hearing that question, she just like looks down and just goes, "Oh, I'm small, skinny, quiet, and stupid, and can't
No.
kill anything." And she's
Seal.
like listing off all these things like she's clearly heard from other people.
Yeah, Kara
didn't
just
you say
interrupts.
something to Dust?
Kara interrupts that monologue and just says, "Seal."
Okay, so Valus, you've told us what's wrong. How do we fix it?
Well,
Be better.
Leans her chin against her fist. Like, she's genuinely considering this. Like, she's not saying this to be, like, rude or anything. She's genuinely considering this.
well, I would say be not super trusting, but try to see the good in people instead of assuming bad intentions right off the start. Would help. And I suppose kind of getting to know the world and other people's maybe eccentricities. And not trying to make them do what you want to make yourself feel comfortable.
Well, I'm not trying to make anyone do anything. I'm just trying to solve the problem we came out here to do, but
We can take
That
off our
isn't-
clothes.
I mean, that's up to you.
Kara starts taking off their extremely wet clothes.
Astia
I
just
think it
pulls
would
her
be
hood
best if
over her
Kara-
head and covers her face.
I think it would be best if Kara took off her clothes. They are wet, so we're gonna need to dry them before we get moving in the morning. Where are you guys going?
Valus, you are right, though. I am here to explore the world and understand people better.
Yeah.
This is true.
She reaches out and
I
she takes Ostia's hands. She goes,
I want to help you explore the world. Do you want to come on an adventure with me and help me find my dad?
Oh, that was me that said it.
I
But if
meant
you
I meant Centuria, I said Ostia.
She went for the easy name.
I defaulted to the easy name.
I would like to do something really quickly.
Yes.
Just in the background, because hearing and remembering that, oh yeah, I kind of forgot that they were in their clothes when I chunked them in there. Nuggery remembers,
Yeah.
and they don't have spares. He begins that branch that he ripped off of the tree. Begins kind of perching it up and fixing it long ways near the fire so that there's enough heat going to it. Kind of walks over and sets it along it, kind of makes a drying rack, and he pulls out from his equipment his bedroll. He tosses that to Akara.
Kara kind of pulls over the like a bean bag,
Like a sleeping bag almost.
like a potato sack race. There you go. Sack potato race.
Hell yeah. But back to Centuria and Valus. She asked Valus asked Centuria if she wanted to go with her and like explore.
Antaria's struggling because she heard what Valus said about maybe don't assume the worst in people and just assume they have better intentions. But she's also just very scared because everything in this world is like brand new to her. So she's struggling with those two concepts and is like not sure whether she should say yes.
Is she like
Can I
wearing
tell
this
she's
emotion on the-
struggling?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Could
is
I
she
tell she's
wearing this
struggling?
face, or is she like just having this internal thought?
You can, I mean, if someone's paying close attention, they could probably see the struggle on her face. But otherwise, it's just kind of in her head.
Astia's gonna like reach over and hug your shoulders and just goes, "We can go exploring with them together, and then it's not as scary." Kind of like what she said when they first met about like going into the town.
Centauri is gonna take Astia's hand and be like, that would make me feel a lot better. And we should make sure to report back to Jane before we go anywhere so she doesn't worry about you.
Yes, we have to let Miss Jane. Absolutely. Because making sure that Valus is not scaring any more people is gonna be a longer mission than we thought it would be.
And we'll help her find her dad.
Yeah.
So yes, that sounds. I think we'll come with you.
I'm back. Sorry, I had to have my aunt.
You're good.
Yep, we're going with Valus.
Or at least
This
those
is the
two
plan
are.
now.
Nuggery's prepping the fire in, I'm assuming, a pot for the seafood gumbo. Actually, can I search for some wild vegetation so we have some filling for this meal?
There's plenty of vegetation around. Like the most closest ones are like, basic leaves from the spruce trees.
Well, I mean, like wild carrots and whatnot.
There's mostly wild berries. No actual like
Yeah.
wild onions or carrots or anything like that.
No root vegetables.
No
Yeah, I
root-
feel like it would take time to do that. We're in the middle of a conversation right now.
Mm. Then can I roll to see if, like, during the travels, how many we would gather during nights traveling here?
Yes. Make me a general survival check, and they'll go ahead and continue their conversation. Just put in the chat what you get.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
You're good.
I'll send to your DMs.
Okay.
I would say like Astia's gonna look over to Kara, realize she's still naked and turn her head, but go like, Miss Kara, would you like to come with us? Since you also seem to be like us.
Hmm?
Wanna
Like you?
come and adventure with us?
I got to stay with Nuggery, but
I mean,
I'll
I guess
ask
you
him
could
if he
come along
comes.
too.
I'll kick him till he says yes.
You can hear the power in her voice. She's like, well, he could come along too, I guess.
I'll make sure he says yes.
Yay! And our tails wagging.
This is amazing. I've never had friends before.
Claps her hands and is putting the fish on little sticks, and hovering, putting it over the fire.
Astia's just gonna pick up one of the little minnows and eat it.
Just raw.
So
Yeah.
because Nuggery does not want to devour, like, because he knows it takes a lot to fill him up, he takes one of the meat on a bone he has left, like the last one he has left, and he straps that to a stick, and he puts that against the fire. Just to be like the extra onto his meal.
The one that
And
you
you
got
see
3 weeks
him-
ago.
Yeah.
Wait,
Salted and kept fresh. They stopped by town.
Is this is he not gonna be full if he doesn't?
So this is he's bigger than average lizard folk. He tends to burn through his metabolism relatively quickly. So he eats like an extra portion to keep himself full.
I hold out a hand before he takes a bite of this like meat, and I cast enlarge on it.
You have just earned major brownie points with this lizard folk. He looks at you, he looks at the meat. Then you see him look at you again with this big grin. Reach a hand out and pat you on the head.
She smiles a little bit because she's kind of like, oh, I've never been patted. It's kind of nice.
I'm gonna hold on to my joke.
Why?
Praise kink
Nah,
unlocked.
what's the joke?
Anyway, I want to clarify something. I may have
Mhm.
misspoke earlier on accident.
Mhm.
I described the guy, like I said that the guy with Valus was a cultist. I did not mean to say cultist. I've just been like calling anyone that isn't just a commoner a cultist by default because of the main cult problem the other game is dealing with. So now I just keep defaulting to like cultists for like enemies. I was doing it to the bandits that they were fighting in the prelude as well. So that is my bad.
Oh, sorry. Now, genre of our enemies is cultist, Mello.
God damn it.
Too late now.
It's not
That's
what
set
it was
in
meant to
stone.
be.
Everything is a cultist if you try hard enough.
If you believe hard enough, Asti is a cultist.
Nuguri is a cult leader. Anyway.
Cult fanatic.
So, in the morning, are we all gonna split up and report back before continuing on?
Why would we split up?
Well, because I know we came from opposite directions, so I didn't know if you and Nuguri had to go tell someone about your quest and get the reward or not.
Nuguri chimes in and goes, any quest giver will do.
Oh, in that case, we could probably go back to the village. I know we have some guilds there.
Thank you.
But we should go back anyway because we have to pick up the rest of the fish before it goes bad.
You're right.
Trek back a little, though. Grab wagon.
Yeah, but wagon. You want this? And she like holds up the wheel.
We have a spare in case something goes wrong.
Ha!
Useful.
He walks over. He inspects a wheel. How good condition is wheel?
It is it seems like it was freshly made. Like there is no damage. The only quote unquote damage done to this wheel is it has some slimy fish juice on it. And that's it.
It's lube.
He licks off the
From
fish
when
juice.
From when the fish was tied to it.
Yeah. It is lubed up for you, nice and ready to put onto that wagon.
He licks off the fish juice and he goes, good condition, can be used.
Well, as long as you don't try to eat it, then I don't think sponges in your stomach would feel
He
very
tries to
good.
nibble on it. I'm joking.
No, don't eat it!
Well, I'm like anime style, just shoves it into his mouth and you just watch it go
No,
down his throat.
no, it's see the quality check as he bites it like you do a coin.
Damn.
Just breaks the perfectly good wheel.
You see
If
the
it
rest
breaks,
of the
it's not
wagon
good
wheels
enough.
have also been bitten already.
They've got teeth marks in them.
Haphazardly been taped back together because he accidentally bites too hard. But genuinely, I do think that this wheel would probably be something good to put onto the wagon right now. Because the wagon wasn't in the best condition when you first picked it up.
Solid.
Mello, did you plan for me to have the wheel, or did I genuinely
You
just roll for a wheel?
genuinely rolled and got a wheel. That's the fun part about these loot bags. You can get, a random.
Oh, that reminds me. It's nightfall.
It is nightfall.
Oh, I would like to open my loot bag.
I mean a Cheeto. Your loot bag. So everyone here has a loot bag. You all have a general idea of what what the bags are.
That reminds me.
Um,
One thing that's out of pocket on him at the moment, on his right beside the glaive that's now resting near the campfire, there's this large freaking didgeridoo that's just standing out of place.
if you want to open it, go ahead. Roll me a D100, Valus.
Yeah.
Everyone roll D100.
D100.
Oh, oh, oh. Y-E-A-O-O-O-A-O-Y.
77, baby.
77. Roll me 2d4.
Oh. Oh no.
Actually, thank yous. He will pull up his and
I got a
goes.
4 and a 2.
6. Okay, so 1 second, Ghost. As you take out this this loot bag, it seems to be like the design on it is a very deep black color and a nice violet ribbon, and the goblin on it is wearing like a little hood. You see it grinning from out behind the hood, and it's holding open like a big book in front of it. As it opens up, you find a jar filled with 6 preserved thumbs.
Interesting.
Those make good garnish.
Your bag is a lot weirder than ours are.
Technically, it's a different day for all of us.
It is.
Right?
You all would be able to open it.
Oh shit! Really? Nice.
I should have opened it earlier, so I could have opened it twice in stream.
Sad.
I didn't realize that much time had passed already. Holy
You
fuck!
guys.
That's something I wanted to bring up.
Yeah. For context, for you two leaving the town, it has been like 2 to 3 days worth of travel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess, but fuck it, open the bag. Let's go.
Oh, really quickly before y'all do y'all's rolls.
Yeah.
Nuggery was going to pull his up.
Yeah.
He was going to offer them to be able to pull out his.
Who are you offering to?
I almost said Celestia. I was like, wait, that ain't right.
Centaria.
Centuria, is it? Yeah, Centaria.
Okay.
That's going to take some getting used to remember.
But just call her Tulip as well.
Chalupa.
Since that's what you know her name as.
Thank you.
Yeah. As far as you guys know, my name is Tulip.
He offers the bag to Tulip.
This one
The
it has a goblin with like a musical design on it, like little music notes on it, and the goblin seems to be holding like what looks like a flute to his mouth.
I smile and I reach my hand in.
Roll me a D100.
16.
16. You pull out a chicken leg bone.
Like, does it have any meat on it?
No, it's just a bone.
It's just a chicken leg.
It does
Random
something.
bone.
It does something when you do something with it, but you'll have to find out what that is by, testing it.
Can I bite it?
As you bite it, and you just feel the vibrations as the sound of a drum plays as your teeth hit it. Like as the top of your teeth hit it, a drum sound plays, and as the bottom of your teeth hit it, a drum sound plays. Like a
It's a drumstick. You literally pull out a drumstick.
But,
You
oh
can,
my gosh.
chicken leg bone makes a drum beat when hit. So if you tap it, if you use it to hit something, whatever, if you bite it, it'll make a sound. It'll make the drum sound.
Alright. I give a big thumbs up to Nugri. I'm like, thanks.
He gives a
Hey.
toothy grin. See me
Um,
smiling.
And I'll hold out my bag to him if he wants to take something out of mine.
You see him because big meaty claws reaches in with like the thumb and the pointer.
Go ahead, roll me a D100. And then Astia, you said you're opening yours as well?
Seeing as we're sharing bags, I shall offer my bag to Kara.
Okay.
Kara's gonna dive headfirst into it.
We're like best friends. I feel like we're doing that.
We're
what's it,
sharing
the-
friendship bracelets.
Yeah,
It's
we're doing the like ghost Santa thing.
Secret
What is
Santa?
it called?
Oh, the
Secret
white
Santa.
elephant. Yeah.
Yeah.
41.
What is with you and getting stuff that has fire resistance? You get an apron. You watch
Because
as
I'm accident prone and the worst thing I've ever been hit by is fire.
you watch as Nuggery, he goes ahead and reaches into it and he pulls out an apron. And at first the apron seems, small enough to fit to Centaria, but the bag is ribbons. Noticing that it's not Centaria pulling something out, it's someone else. You watch as the apron elongates. It just grows in size. It is, in fact, a Kiss the Chef kind of apron.
I'm gonna need that as I need some fan art of that. That's too good not to pass up.
Go ahead
Can we
and
have a little chef hat?
Huh?
We need to buy him a little chef hat.
We need to pray. Pray the
need to
bag gives us
pray.
a chef hat.
After Kara
yes.
opens her bag, I want to eat one of my thumbs.
Okay, yeah.
I'm opening up Ostia's bag.
Yeah.
Ostia offered it.
So, Ghost, go ahead and add a fireproof apron to your inventory. And Ostia, go ahead, roll me the D100.
Wait, Kara rolled already. Got a 14.
14?
Yeah.
To open Ostia's bag.
You find a pendant inside.
Ooh.
This pendant is in the shape of an anvil, and it's made of pewter.
That's cool.
I try and polish it a bit. Does it polish up nice?
It's nice and shiny as you polish it.
Yeah, thanks. I'll put it on.
You put it on? It doesn't have any special qualities. It's just a nice little anvil pendant.
And I will hand Ostia my bag.
Let's see what we get. I like how my bag just has like a bunch of random normal objects.
That's
And
what
then the
your
bag
bag
that
is meant
should
to
be-
be.
Should be like food related magic items.
So you're opening Kara's, yes?
I got a 98.
Ooh.
You... That's fucking ironic. You pull
Don't
out
you tell me.
a charm bracelet. And
Oh my god, that's so cute.
And as you pull it out, if you give it a little shake, you notice that all the little charms on it, when they hit each other, make like a little cymbal sound.
We can be a band now.
Oh my gosh. I just hope no one accidentally throws away my chicken bone.
You mean your drumstick?
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
hang on.
Valus reaches into her backpack and pulls out like a length of like kind of cord, like leather cord, and she makes a nice little knot around the end of the chicken bone, and then hands it to Tulip.
There, that way it doesn't get lost.
Oh. I tie the ends of the rope together so it's like a necklace.
Hell yeah.
That way it's just there when I need to bite it or something.
So, very weirdly, both both Ghost and Smada, they rolled to see what bag they would get. They both rolled a 1, so they both have an acoustics bag, so they both have a music themed bag. And that's why I told you guys to re-roll yours earlier, because these guys once again rolled another 1 to see what bag they would have gotten. And I'm like, we don't need 3 acoustic bags in this party.
You're meant to be a band, Mello.
I still don't have a flute.
We'll get one eventually.
Do I have proficiency in it? No. Oh wait, I have a dulcimer. I forget what that is. Oh wait, it is an
Nobody puts on the
instrument.
apron.
He puts on the apron.
Everyone quick
puts on
take
the
a
apron.
level in Bard. That's what makes sense.
Yeah, next are all gonna be part birds.
That's what she said. Every time Kara makes a joke, Tulip hits their bone twice, and then Astia shakes the bracelet.
Dun-dun. Oh wait, I forget.
I can't help but imagine Nugri does not know that it's an instrument, so he's just been using it as this extremely long bong.
There you go.
Gains advantage.
Oh, cat's leaving. Cat cam. Oh no, never mind. Reposition.
No.
Well, you have all opened up your little bags, and as you all take out your items, they all collectively go ahead and fold themselves up. The ribbon ties around them, and they are impossible to open until the end or the beginning of the next day.
Nice. You know, it's a good thing you guys already have a wagon, because I bet for traveling, it's gonna be super useful.
Wait, just because they have a wagon, how are we gonna pull it?
Nugri gestures to himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Astia just, like, points
Car gives you a flat look. Like, how do you think we've been pulling it already?
Right.
I want to point out he points his thumb to himself and he's proud of it. It's like, I can do it.
I was like, I can help, but I probably won't be as much help.
Mello, I eat one of my thumbs. What does it do? Does it just make me incredibly sick?
Go ahead and
Just
roll
a
me a
run
con
thumb.
save.
I will.
Originally, it didn't do anything, but now that you brought that up, go ahead and roll con save.
That is a 19.
It is very tasty to you. You don't know why, but
Delicious.
it gives you this really really sweet pickle taste as you bite into it.
This is
Chopper's
not
one to
helping-
Nugri.
This isn't helping the creepy vibe. I
No.
need to say that.
No, it is not. It is very funny that she pulled this out.
Is it? You offer him a thumb.
Yeah, she offers him a thumb.
He goes into his little pouch on the side and he offers you a toe.
Oh no, I don't eat feet. You know.
How to pull it? You have a
He puts the toe
horse.
back and he takes the thumb.
Would you like to toss it in? Crunch, crunch.
Yeah, he eats it like popcorn.
Roll me a con save with advantage, considering your general build
And diet.
and diet. And diet. Like honestly, you probably don't need to roll one here, but I'm just having you roll it because why not?
I'm gonna roll it because it's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Immediately gets a stomachache.
I know.
Why y'all have to? Oh, okay.
Well, that's a 28.
28, never mind. He's
Natural
fine.
20 for a 28.
Not sure that's high enough.
Yeah, you can bump those numbers up. Come on. It is again very sweet. Like this is a very nice delectable this is a very delectable piece of food you have been given. Like this is
Said it
almost
was a
as filling
thumb?
as a good berry.
Nugri opens his bag and he begins putting thumbs on like this long cloth. is like might need to soak these in that later.
His own thumb, not the one from her jar.
Estia's just looking at him in horror, like, why do you have appendages in your bag?
And it's
Centauri is gonna slip away from the group because this is all too much for her.
you ask why? He has only one phrase: bandits.
Mello, would you say we're done preparing the fish by now?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right. Kara's gonna follow Tulip.
She's like sneaking away, and he's like marching behind her, like, where are we going?
Kara, do you want to see something cool?
I love it. I love cool things.
Pulls out a gun.
What?
Yeah, they go on.
Pulls out a gun.
Just fucking shoots him.
Kara's dead. Now I can play my real character.
Oh no. What did you
Kara,
show? Okay.
yeah, that's you. Centaria is feeling really overwhelmed with just all of this new, like, stuff, all this new input, these different kinds of people, these weird bags and the things in them, and she's really craving a bit of her, like, her Feywild sort of connection. So she is going to find, like, the oldest, like, most wise looking tree in the forest that they're in and cast Speak with Plants on it.
Ah.
Hold up a second. I just got mad.
You just got an ad.
Yeah.
Your
Don't you know
test-
the gods have added ads to their magic.
Oh, jeez, dude. Dominoes! Well, Mello, be a
Oh.
bush. Fuck you, I'm a tree, okay? I got branches and shit, I'm no bush. You do find a very, very, like, old-looking, spruce. Maybe like 5 minutes away from where the general group is. As you cast it, what are you wanting to ask it?
I want to ask it if it thinks that this journey will be a good thing. Because given it is a tree and it's been rooted in the same place its whole life, I'm not so sure exploring is the best thing anymore.
So you're asking the tree for advice, basically.
Yes.
Life advice with the tree.
Life advice with tree. Never mind. That sounds bad considering we know a tree.
Yeah, I thought about it and I was like, wait.
So go ahead and ask the tree. And if I remember correctly, speak with plants. It doesn't like, just animate it or anything, but it gives you a general like, basic level answers, correct?
So it gives all plants within 30 feet of me limited sentience and animation, so it gives them the ability to like communicate with you and follow simple commands. So I can question the plant about like events of the day, creatures that have passed by, weather,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
It can't make out full details, not full sentences.
To be fair, it gives it sentience. How old is this tree? Could be a very wise tree.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why she looked for the oldest tree.
And maybe some of the flowers that are just within 30 feet will chime in with their thoughts, their plant thoughts.
I imagine you ask this, and Kara's following you.
Yes.
So.
Well, yeah, I was like, Car, do you want to see something cool? And I was like,
Yeah.
Whoosh.
So you watch as Centauria casts this spell using a bit of Fey magic, something you are familiar with at least, Kara, being a Fey yourself. And you watch as this tree begins to very gently shake and twist and rotate a bit. As if like just getting rid of like all the soreness from being just still for so long. And although it doesn't really have a face, you can't really tell where it's looking. You ask it your question anyway. Ask if this would really be a wise idea. Is this something you should do? And he watches the tree takes its branches and it begins to shake them up and down. And as its branches shake up and down, kind of like a nodding motion, the flowers and the bushes all around it begin to shake a little bit, kind of swaying as if they were being blown around by wind.
Hmm. But you've been here for decades. Are you happy?
He once again gives a very similar motion. You see some of the flowers beginning to like, it seems like they're like pushing themselves up, like gesturing upwards in a way, as he like shakes his head yes.
Mhm. Trying to think of like simple questions, but all my questions are open-ended.
Yeah.
Um, have you seen the girl named Valus? The scary looking one?
The tree points its branch, like it slowly turns one of its branches kind of in the direction of where the campfire is.
And Taria nods and says, like, yeah, that's the one.
They go ahead and
Um,
shake their branches again.
has she been here for a long time?
They begin to shake their head, but not in the yes motion, but rather the side to side motion.
Hmm. So maybe long enough for the city people to be concerned, but not a very long time.
The trees go ahead and shake their head.
Ara, do you have any questions for the trees?
Kara tilts her head, thinks for a bit. Ask it if it has a cat.
Also, Kara, can I
Are
get you
there
to make
any?
me a perception check?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely perception.
Yeah.
Yep. Uh,
I can give the help action for perception.
can that be done? That be arranged, Mello? Or
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
okay.
Never mind.
Listen, one of those was a 2.
So, what is the total?
24.
24? I'm gonna DM you something. But you're asking it if it has a cat?
So curious.
You're asking if it has a cat, yes?
Yep, that's what I'm asking Tulip to ask the tree on my behalf.
I turn to the tree and I ask if it has a cat or if there is a cat that lives in these woods.
You watch as the tree kind of tilts its branches a little bit, as if thinking. And then they go ahead and nod. Yes, yes, there is.
Laura, there is a cat here. Where did you last see the cat?
Give me a moment. Let me roll something real quick.
Everything that has happened today, I did not expect this question to
We're not.
instigate things.
Oh,
Listen,
oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, it works, Spada. You're able
Okay.
to. That's a dirty 20. So, and what's both of your passive perceptions?
17.
17?
do I have to answer?
Yes.
That's 21.
21?
Yes.
I'm just gonna shoot you a quick DM.
I'm sorry, your passive perception is a what?
For real.
It's just 21.
You're level 5.
I'm not the only one with a passive of 21. Okay, get off my back. Someone else here also has a passive of 21.
So,
Note to self: build into insight.
Kara, do you say anything as as she asked the tree, where's the cat?
I think Kara kind of just reaches down towards it.
Towards
What?
it?
Yeah.
Towards the tree or the...
The thing
Okay.
that you DM'd me about.
Don't stick your hand in the tree without consent. How dare?
Hey, who says I don't have consent?
There is, and with a 16 in your passive perception, right, 16 or 17?
17.
17. You begin to hear a very low purr sound coming directly from behind you. And as you turn around, you see Kara petting a displacer beast.
Mara, is that yours?
Kara does not stop petting this cat, and looks up at
The other thing?
yeah, the other
What?
Tulip.
Oh, at Tulip or past Tulip?
Tulip might think I'm looking at her, but I'm looking up past Tulip.
Yeah, like towards the tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look back at the tree to see if the tree will point me in the direction of the cat.
The tree is now pointing directly at that displacer beast.
Is there anything else in this forest you can point out to me?
You watch as you ask the tree, is there anything else you can point out to me? You can see part of the bark twist a little bit, like a small portion of it twist from being vertical, going slightly horizontal, and edges of that bark piece begin to curl upwards into a spiral.
Then it opens up in the mouth.
Are you a tree?
As you ask if it is a tree, there is a woman's voice that comes from the tree, but the tree itself doesn't seem to have, the tree overall doesn't seem to have a mouth, but that small little turned smile begins to open up like a mouth. It is, yes, but I'm not.
It's Grandmother Willow!
No.
Who are you?
as you ask. You watch as the little smiling mouth swooshes across the tree. It's now on the other side of the tree. And you begin to see part of the bark begin to peel away from the tree. And as it fully peels away, there is now a woman standing before you. It doesn't seem like any damage has been done to the tree. The tree still has all of its bark perfectly intact. But this woman is the same color as the tree. It is clothed with bark and leaves all across its body, covering up their breasts and their waist, and little vines kind of dangling down their legs in a swirling motion. You are now face to face with the dryad.
You are so beautiful.
And that's where we're going to call it for today.
What?
Welcome to D&D.
Right when I got up to leave, that's
I
when
would-
you end it.
So Kara can see these things?
I would like to point out that Car's head may or may not be within a mouth at the moment.
What?
Don't worry about it.
That's next session worries.
That's next session worries.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, you mean
I
the session that you won't be here for?
No! Wait! What?
You said
I
you won't
think
be
we
here
broke
next
CC.
session, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, fuck!
So that's
No!
our problem for later.
Yeah, that's the other member's problem.
I want to
We're just over here having a nice gumbo meal. They're over there sticking their head in the goddamn mimic.
It's not a mimic, it's a displacer beast.
part of that spell, I'm just gonna say the speak with plants, I can also turn ordinary terrain into difficult terrain to hinder pursuers.
Oh, really?
It's not actually a plant. It's an ant.
Yeah, but the rest of them are plants.
It's
No,
fucking
I don't
beautiful.
want to miss a session.
Don't worry, Cece. I'll take perfect notes. It'll be like you weren't even missing.
This time because I was so enthralled at everything. And I was busy making Nugria reactive.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Mel, how do you like that reactive?
That's a pretty good reactive. I approve. Well, good first session,
Maybe.
everybody.
Woo! We did it!
Woo!
Is
We managed to
anybody
not kill each
free?
other.
Is anyone free on Thursday?
I'm free on Thursday.
You know what, lucky
There's
you,
that.
I do happen to be free next Thursday. Or the
Should we-
Thursday coming up.
So to say, it's like, so is it just like every other Saturday you're busy?
No. It's like one Saturday every 2 months.
Okay. And is everyone free on Thursday then?
The specific next Thursday that's coming up, I'm free that Thursday.
I don't have any.
Oh.
Any other
information on-
Thursday, I've got work.
I mean, I don't, and the Thursday after next Thursday, I have a job interview, but I mean, we only
That's what I
need
said.
this next Thursday because CC will be there, and then we go back to Saturdays.
We do
How
that.
about we have a third? We have we just have an extra session Thursday and still do Saturday.
Look, I would be super okay with that.
And I'm not against it. Y'all want to do that? I'll slap a fucking alarm right here and now.
I'm.
Oh, it's up to the DM, really.
Yeah, it's up
I
to
don't
Mello.
mind. I do not mind. It's up to everyone else if you are willing to be able to do
What?
so on Thursday.
What we could do is have it be a shorter session on Thursday, like maybe an hour and a half or so, kind of like a filler episode, like it's getting to the next town, that sort of thing. That way we can start off Saturday like being in the town, doing the stuff we need to do in the town, so we're not, we kind of like finish up this little storyline we're doing right now, and then move on to kind of like what our sort of main idea is.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Run something a bit shorter. Watch us just get so caught up in Thursday that we still run the same same length. But
Oh, I know, right?
I can like plan around like, okay, a Saturday game, we're missing someone. As long as, everyone's kind of like doing their own thing, it's fine. As long as we like, I can play as Centuria for the purposes, of something else. I just think it'd be better for Cece to play her in this direct instance. I mean, she wanted something more homely, right? She was missing that fayness. There's two fey creatures.
There's a lot of fake creatures over here.
Yeah. What the heck? What's with this mortal plane?
The majority of our party is fake.
I'm not Faye.
No, but Astia is.
Who said
Centaurs are
I'm fey?
fey.
Yeah, centaurs are fey.
So 3 out of the 5 members are fey.
And 3 out
Alright.
of the 5 members are female.
Uh-huh.
That's right, Bilo. Come over here to the cool club, non-fate. Let's go.
I'm in a category of my own.
Yeah, it's still non-fate.
Alright, you
Thank
guys
you,
finish
guys.
up. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for being willing to do a Thursday, because otherwise I would cry.
Oh, look, any excuse I have to do D&D, I will take it.
Okay.
To be clear, are we still playing on
We will be playing on Saturday.
the
yes.
24th?
Yes. 24th is next Saturday?
That's this
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yep, we'll still be playing on the 24th.
Okay.
It's just we'll be
I
playing
had-
without Ostia.
I'm blessed.
Or not Ostia, Centuria. I'll be taking over Centuria, and she just won't have a major focus. But I'll like
It's just an Alice in Wonderland situation. I'm just clicking at that. You're gonna leave this poor seal centaur with Nugri and the rest of the.
You're leaving the one who gets spooked and turns into a seal with the 2 creepiest members of the party.
Maybe Centauria has to do like a side quest or something. I don't know.
Maybe she's
Thanks.
looking for something in specific. She gains the favor of a dryad if she, goes pick something up in town for her.
Yeah.
Hands her a
Um,
list. Go do my weekly shopping.
Listen,
Yeah.
this tree's way too comfy. I don't want to be away from it too long, and I don't want to keep sending my displacer beast to go do it. So
Yeah, this,
Blazer Beast keeps coming back with rats.
yeah, he won't
Yeah,
stop
here, take
hunting
this,
elk.
take this repeatable reputation quest.
Yeah. Whenever I need you, you're gonna come to me. Okay. Okay. But
This is how you get. This is how you get paid. This is how you get warlocks.
yeah, this is how you get warlocks. Suddenly, the druid becomes a fey warlock.
But could you imagine that though? Like you're a patron of whatever have you, and the only payment you actually do is like, hey, I need you to go do this errand run for me.
I need you to run some errands
Isn't
for me.
that
It's
what
like,
a warlock patron essentially just is, if you really think about it?
And you about it,
Because,
yeah.
listen, I play a warlock, and all her to-do list is to sleep around and retell these stories and reenact them with her patron.
Patron of like a dragon or something. It's like go into town, get the latest gossip for me, and here's some powers. In
I need the newspaper. I will give you a fireball, please. I want the newspaper. But thank you all for coming to today's session. We can do some post-stream talk. I'm going to go ahead and send off chat. So I will be right back.
You chat.
Well, well, well. That was a pretty good stream. Woo! No war crimes. Let's go, baby. We love no war crime speedrun. I hope you all enjoyed. You got to see the whole new gang for the Saturday game. We'll get to play on Thursday, as you all heard. So I hope you'll all be here for next Thursday. It's going to be a lot of fun, It'll be a shorter stream, as we discussed. You all heard it basically. Short stream on Thursday, kind of play catch up so that this whole Dryad Displacer Beast thing, yeah, filler arc, mini filler arc. It's the Dryad and Displacer Beast, and then we'll get back to it on Saturday. We won't have Cece, as you heard. She does something every 2 months on one of the Saturdays. So it'll be just the other four, but it's fine. We'll figure out, what they're doing. They'll be in town. They need to talk to Miss Jane. They might do a little shopping, turn in a bounty, whatever. But I appreciate everyone for coming out. I hope to see you all later. I may not stream these next 2 days. Maybe I will. I can't guarantee anything. I got grocery shopping to do like tomorrow. And then the day after, we're getting fried chicken, and it is the girls' vet appointment. So, no guarantee on a stream, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. But if not, I'll see you back on Tuesday for the other D&D game. I hope you all have a good day. It was wonderful seeing you all, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. Some chicken sounds good. Chicken is good.